Welcome, everybody.
Hello. You see me?
Yeah, well, we can see everybody in various views. There's hello, Margaret. Happy birthday.
Oh, she looks so young, Margaret.
Welcome, everybody.
Hey, happy birthday, cousin.
Hi.
Welcome, everybody. My hope here is that everybody can mute themselves other than Margaret and Heidi just for the time being so we can keep the noise minimum, and then we will unmute you later.
Mute ourselves?
I believe it's as easy as hitting your space bar to mute yourself.
I'm on the iPad, so I'll do it up at the top.
Okay.
Okay, where is it?
Well, welcome, everybody. And welcome to Margaret Downey's 70th birthday party. Thank you all for coming. We have a huge group today and a lot to get through, and I'm excited about this. So welcome. My name is Michael Stephen Martin. Can you all see me and hear me? If somebody can just let me know. Okay, thank you so much. I'm going to be your host for today, and forgive me, I'm multitasking, so I'm also checking for the waiting room people coming in. There's a lot of people that are coming. I'll be your host for today's Zoom party, which is sponsored by the Freethought Society's Board of Directors, most of whom are joining us for this event. If you logged in early, I hope you enjoyed the collection of birthday songs that we played, including a female mariachi band, a swing band, the Berlin Orchestra, the Berlin Opera Orchestra, a cappella singers, a marimba group, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Weird Al Yankovic, and of course, the Beatles. Speaking of the Beatles, a little trivia about Margaret. She saw the Beatles perform live in 1966. Can you see her up there? The Dodger Stadium. She's waving up from the top row. That was in 1966 at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, California. Many of you already know that Margaret was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on this very day 70 years ago. Her father is Irish and her mother is Puerto Rican. They met when Margaret's father was a sailor stationed at the Roosevelt Roads Naval Station in Ceiba, Puerto Rico. And I am going to let people into the... We got people waiting. Gonna let 6 more people in, admit all. There we go. All right. Margaret has one older sister named Martha, and she's here in the Zoom with us today. Connie is Margaret's younger sister, and she's also with us. Another family member joining us today is Margaret's cousin James. We will hear a little bit from all of them a little later, but first I thought it would be fun to reveal a little more trivia about Margaret. First of all, she is a lifelong asthma sufferer and nearly died at age 5, which I did not know that until this party. After spending several months in an oxygen tent, she went to Biloxi, Mississippi for further treatment. This is a photo of her with Dr. Fred Gay, who founded a well-known allergy and asthma clinic. Yeah, she actually spent 2 weeks at the Gay Clinic. Living in Louisiana in the early 50s exposed Margaret to cultural discrimination and prejudice waged against her family. This is probably why Margaret became an advocate for civil rights and social equality as an adult. The questioning of injustices, superstitions, and unbelievable religious stories is why Margaret also became an atheist by the age of 9. Believing God was just as silly to her as believing in Santa Claus. She formally requested excommunication from the Catholic Church in 1994, sending her torn original baptism certificate with a 3-page cover letter directly to the Vatican, to the attention of Pope Paul II, of course. We can only imagine his reaction to her scathing anti-Catholic words. At age 17, Margaret married her high school sweetheart, and at age 18, she became the mother of Holly Ortega. Her Kennedy High School graduation robe hid her pregnancy well. Margaret's daughter Holly was with her, so to speak, at the high school graduation and also in this wedding photo of her first marriage. Holly is with us today, and we will hear a little from her later. Margaret became a single mother at 21, divorcing her husband after only a few years of marriage. In a 1974 non-religious ceremony, she married Tom Schottmiller. He is logged on to the Zoom party from his office, located upstairs from where we see Margaret in her office. We'll see Margaret here shortly. They met when they both worked in Santa Ana, California, regional office of State Farm Insurance. And their son, Matt, was born in 1977. He is also joining us today, and we look forward to chatting perhaps with his entire family, which includes his wife, Lottie, his 6-year-old daughter, Chloe, and his 3-year-old son, Emmett. We've got more waiting room people coming in. They live in Roanoke, Virginia, and this is where Tom and Margaret's 20-year-old grandson, Cameron, is enrolled as a college student. There we go. Cameron's college opening was delayed due to the COVID-19 health crisis, so we are happy that he could log on today from downstairs. There are many life experiences that made Margaret the person she is today, such as the time she filed a discrimination complaint against the world's largest youth group, the Boy Scouts of America. Her son was ousted from the Boy Scouts due to his being from a non-religious home. She lost the case, but stood up against religious discrimination and continues the battle even today. She was also a plaintiff in a federal lawsuit to remove a Ten Commandments plaque from the facade of the Chester County Courthouse. The Ten Commandments case earned Margaret the label of, quote, the most hated woman in Chester County. That's who we're with today, the most hated woman in Chester County. Unbelievable. As a staunch supporter for separation of religion and government, Margaret is proud to be known as the woman who sought to remove an offensive religious plaque from the walls of a government building. Many people have told her she should write a book. Margaret has always said that everyone should write a book, and over the years, she has helped many people find their voice. Margaret maintains a journal, writes often, and may indeed publish a book someday. And I hope you do, Margaret. I would love to read that. In the meantime, she is busy being the president of the Freethought Society, a national organization she founded in 1994. She is also the founder of the Anti-Discrimination Support Network and the Thomas Paine Foundation Memorial Committee. As a representative of the non-theist community, Margaret has been a guest on National Public Radio's Talk of the Nation and Radio Times. Her television appearances include features on local news stations as well as ABC's Nightline, PBS, and Fox News. Margaret has represented the interest of the non-theist community at several United Nations conferences, placing discrimination against atheists in the forefront of the United Nations Freedom of Religion and Belief Committee. She is a past board member of the American Humanist Association, Scouting for All, the Humanist Institute, and the Thomas Paine National Historical Association. Margaret is a current board member of the Freedom from Religion Foundation and is a member of the advisory board of the Robert Greene Ingersoll Birthplace Museum. In 2002, Margaret became the first secular humanist celebrant in Pennsylvania, certified by the Center for Inquiry. Margaret created the Richard Dawkins Award in 2003 and later served as president of the Atheist Alliance International for 2 years.
Let me try again.
Margaret has been published in 3 books, Parenting Beyond Belief, A Better Life, and 50 Voices of Disbelief. In 2007, Margaret created and designed the Tree of Knowledge. The Tree of Knowledge has since become a respected symbol of the non-theist secular community and is used in private homes as well as public displays during the winter holiday season. Margaret started sewing at the age of 13 and now enjoys being the organizer of the yearly Skeptic Parade held in Atlanta, Georgia on Labor Day weekend as part of the Dragon Con festivities. Margaret has portrayed Madame Bonneville, many suffragists, and created a character known as the Friggatrisci treatment nurse. Say it with me, the Friggatrisci treatment nurse. In order to teach critical thinking skills every Friday the 13th. Because of her interest in acting, Margaret portrayed Eva Amelia Parker Ingersoll, in a one-woman play she wrote for the occasion of the 25-year anniversary celebration of the Robert Green Ingersoll Birthplace Museum opening. Lastly, we can't forget to mention that in 2004, she co-created the Secular Day of the Dead concept with her friend Victoria de la Torre. The Secular Day of the Dead has been featured on National Public Radio, and this year is going to be presented as an international Zoom event. I believe that's November 1st. Check your dates. It is posted. Victoria is joining us today, and we will hear from her soon. Many of you attending today have had wonderful experiences working closely with Margaret, as I have, and we want to hear your stories and remembrances. When I use the spotlight function, you'll be able to share your screen if you have any photos. Let's see, if you'd like to send a message to me using the Zoom chat function, if you need to leave the party early and would like to say something to Margaret before you go, let me know. We can get to you sooner than later. And now I would like to spotlight Heidi, who is with Margaret at the Freethought Society office. I'm going to, there we go, thank you. Heidi,
I'm sorry to jump in. I've got a problem. My folks are having a problem. Margaret, I just want to say happy birthday real quick. My parents just called me, and they're having an issue with the power going out, and they need to get a generator up and running. But I wanted to stay longer. I'm really sorry.
No, no problem. My best wishes to your family.
Thank you so much. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're staying safe and healthy. And again, I'm really sorry. I wanted to stay longer, but I literally just got this call. I'm really sorry.
We love you, David.
Love you too. Take care. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for coming, David.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a great day. Mom,
All
can you hear me?
right. Yeah. Heidi, we have spotlighted you. There you are.
Hey, Michael. Hello. This
Hold on, I gotta log off this.
Unmasked and
Sorry.
masked.
Yes, you're Matt. We can see you. Great. Oh,
Good. Anyway, hi everybody. Thanks for coming today. Yes, I'm here at Party Central with Margaret, and our office has a little bit of a festive look to it here. So it's we're having fun already. I can say that. That's probably because the champagne bottle was opened about an hour and a half ago. But no, we're having a great time. We've got Tom upstairs in the house. We've got Cameron somewhere downstairs in the house. And we've got one of the more important features of the party right here in front of me, the cake, which I might add Margaret made. But then again, we know she is a multi-talented woman. So it's no surprise to anybody that she, of course, made her own cake, which is great. So we'll be slicing and dicing into this. I'll be the slicing and dicing person. So I'll be doing that a little bit later. But in the meantime, I am pretty sure that I think Cameron and Tom both have a glass of something, as I do. And if any of you do who are watching, if you have a beverage of some type and you would like to raise it along with me, that would be great. And I would just say this to Margaret, happy 70th birthday. And many more. It's an honor to have all your friends, colleagues, family members standing by. I think it's terrific. So happy birthday.
Cheers.
cheers, Margaret. Happy birthday.
Cheers, everybody. Hey, thank you for that wonderful welcome and for sharing the biographical background information, Michael. Thanks also to my friend and assistant, Heidi, for being here and for doing all the preliminary work for the party, except for the cake. And I made the cake because a lot of you already know I'm highly allergic to a lot of foods. So I made almond cake. So back to you, Michael.
All right. Thank you, Margaret. Doing a little housekeeping here, letting people in, and we've got some videos that we're going to show now. So, all right, Lawrence Krauss has sent a video. I believe, hopefully he's online. Let me check and see. I will, oh, he is online. Okay, I'm going to ask him to unmute. He's unmuted. Lawrence, I'm going to show your video here.
Here, okay.
All right. Margaret, are you ready?
Yes.
Happy birthday, Margaret. I'm really happy to be able to celebrate it even from afar. I vividly remember the first time I met you. It was impossible not to. I don't even remember what the event was, but I remember turning around and seeing this incredibly elegant, poised, beautiful woman walk into the room. And march with a level of confidence and enthusiasm that was just striking. And what amazed me even more as I got to know you was that on top of that elegance is a generosity of spirit and kindness and warmth that I have always appreciated. And the same has been true for my wife, Nancy, once you met her. It's been truly an honor to get to know you and spend time with you, Margaret. And I certainly look forward to you continuing to grace us all with every aspect of your wonderful nature and humanity for a good long time in the future. Happy birthday, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.
Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you.
I'm fortunate to be here, Margaret, and I'm fortunate to know you. That's all I wanted to say.
Well, I want to show everyone. Can you see this picture of Lawrence and myself?
Yes.
I think that was when we saw each other in Canada. I was giving a speech, and so are you.
I look much younger, but you look the same.
Well, that was a lot of fun. That trip was really, really good for me. I know you enjoyed it as well.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming. I know you have to leave early, so I just really appreciate what you've done, and you've always been so generous with your time. Thank you for helping me and supporting the Freethought Society as you have.
Thanks.
All right. Let's see here. We've got some more. I'm trying to change my spotlight video. Unpin, cancel. All right. Spotlight. There we go. All right. Well, thank you, Lawrence. Elizabeth Loftus needs to leave the party early, so I'm going to spotlight her. Elizabeth, are you with us?
I'm here.
All right. I am looking for you in the chat so I can highlight you.
Oh my God. Well, see, that's interesting that you're showing that photo, because I wanted to show this photo. How do I show a photo?
I think Margaret's showing that photo, or yeah, Margaret's.
Oh my God. Well, let me just see it.
Well, let Elizabeth share.
Oh yeah, let me share.
Yes. Is your name Elizabeth in the chat? Because I'm trying to find where you're located so I can highlight you.
It says Elizabeth Loftus.
Okay, let me scroll down and look. It seems to be alphabetical, but I'm not seeing.
It's usually, I think they do it alphabetically by first name.
Yeah. ELI, huh? It goes Dr. Christopher, Elaine, and then Fire Tablet. I'm not seeing Elizabeth for some reason. Well, let me keep scrolling.
I see it up near the top.
She's near the top.
Oh, there we are. All right, I just had to look in a different place. Welcome, Elizabeth. Thank you for waiting.
Oh, okay. So actually, I'm not quite sure how. I'm kind of new at this stuff, but how do I?
Down at the bottom, there's a share screen button, but you have to have your file open. So open your file.
Oh, I hate to. I'm trying to open a photo.
Did you open the photo?
So if you have the photo open on your screen, then you just jump back over to the Zoom and you should be able
I
to
stuck it on my desktop to have it handy.
Well, I think you still have to open it.
Open it first.
Will you be with us for a few minutes? If we go to someone else real quick, can we jump back to you?
Yeah, go to somebody else. Let me see if I can put it into my virtual background and do it that way.
Okay.
I can't wait to see this picture.
Yeah, it involves you, Margaret. That's why I want to show it.
What's next, Michael?
You're going to go to somebody else while I do this.
Oh, shall we jump ahead to the next video? We've got one from Penn.
Okay.
All right, let's we'll get that one going. Let me share screen on that. All right. All right, can you hear me, Margaret?
Yes.
Here we go.
Hi, this is Penn Gillette wishing a big old happy birthday to Margaret Downey Jr. Peace. Love you. Oh, by the way, I'm naked.
Oh my gosh.
That one was a good one.
Well, I'm just impressed that Penn was wearing a birthday suit.
Yeah.
Well, I want to share this picture of Penn and myself.
And we'll have one from Teller to follow that too. How you doing there, Elizabeth?
Well, you'll see how I'm doing, but I'm ready to go for it.
Okay, I just want to finish talking about this picture with Penn. This was taken on the night that he was given an award by Opportunity Village. And I whispered in his ear just before he went on stage that I was so proud to be with an atheist that was making such a wonderful contribution and making all of us look good. And I was so proud of him. And when he got up on stage, he said the exact words that I had whispered in his ear about him. And he even mentioned my name. So I was really excited. Anyway, it was a great evening, and he contributed over $1 million to Opportunity Village in Las Vegas that night.
Right. So Elizabeth, have you got the picture up?
I'll show you how Margaret. Let's give this a try. So you're gonna, I don't know if you can see my background, but one of the things that is so great about Margaret is she's so full of spirit that at the Halloween party at one of the SciCon conferences, she had her butterfly outfit, and unfortunately, when I put it as a background, a virtual background, it cuts her head off. So we only see Margaret from the neck down, and she then loaned me one so I could be a butterfly with her. And so we had a great time being butterflies at this particular conference. However, I want, what kind of friend is this? Let me show you. Well, as she showed in the picture, she also dressed up Richard Dawkins, if you can see him here. And then as he was chasing us, she ran faster than I did. So she escaped the butterfly catcher, but I unfortunately took the brunt of it for both of us. Anyhow, oops, that's a picture. I haven't seen that one, Margaret. In any event, what kind of friend is that? Well, she's been such a fun friend to see at many of the skeptic conferences. And Margaret, I wish you a happy birthday. And you're going to have to send me the copy of that kiss. That I will. Make some money on that.
And then that's.
Oh, I guess Richard finally did catch you.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Thanks for being such a
happy
good sport
birthday,
that
Margaret.
night. Thank you, Liza. Thanks for being here.
Sure.
I know
Thank you, Liz.
Go, so thank you again.
All right. Well, moving along, we've got Penn's magic partner who has sent along a video as well. So I'm going to share that screen right now. We got another greeting. All right, let's go full screen. All right. Can you see Teller?
Yes.
What a dish! That's Margaret Downey! Yum, yum, yum. I'm a dragon. Teller made me when he was 8 years old. Out of a couple of socks. You probably don't believe me. You probably don't believe that I'm a dragon. Well, you're right. But then again, you don't believe in God either. And you're wondering what that cross in the background is. That cross is a Houdini prop that he used to escape from. help everyone escape from Krauss's forevermore. I'm a dragon, and happy birthday, Margaret.
Oh my gosh,
Loved it.
that was hysterical. You know, Keller has been a really, really dear friend, and I just adore him. Every time I go to Vegas, he invites me back to the monkey room. And I thought I wanted to show, there it is, one of my favorite pictures with Keller in the monkey room. And we've been friends, oh gosh, since 1995, I think. And I was in his show, Bullshit, talking about the Boy Scouts. And there's another picture I wanted to show you because he got to be such good friends with the family that when Cameron, oh, hold on a second, Heidi, would you turn down the sound because it's echoing? Yes. So when Cameron graduated from high school, I told Keller, and Keller wrote a 13-page congratulatory letter to Cameron, giving him advice for college and life in general. And I was so proud to bring Cameron to Las Vegas. And this is when they saw each other after about having not seen each other for about 4 years. So I snapped this picture. But that leads me to Cameron. Is Cameron here?
What
My
is his
grandson,
name?
beautiful grandson.
How is he named in the Zoom so I can highlight him? Is he with Tom?
Yeah.
It's Cam Archambault.
It is Cam. Okay. I just found. Let's do this spotlight. Hello, Cam. Welcome.
Hey, everybody. So, you know, I'm here on Zoom for my grandma, but I'm here in Pennsylvania because of both my grandparents. A lot of you may already know this from my grandma's Facebook, but when my future was not looking too bright in school, my grandparents were nice enough to welcome me into their home and give me a second opportunity in education. That was 4 years ago, and now I am attending my second year in college, and I am forever grateful to both of them for giving me that opportunity. I love you, Grandma.
I love you too, Cameron.
I love you, Grandpa, too. But aside from all that, you know, today my grandma is turning 70, which means I might finally be able to beat her at ping pong. I doubt it, but it gives me hope. So cheers to that. Mine's empty, but I'll pretend to drink.
Love you, son.
Love you. Love you, Dad.
Thank you.
Cheers, Cameron. That was wonderful.
Thank you. I'd like to pass the screen over to Grandpa if I can.
Yes, let me find Tom. I figure we've got some people that are going to need to leave before too long and would like to send wishes, but let's do the family first, and then we will get to the others. Tom, do you want to start your video so I can spotlight you?
Okay, so I unmuted myself. It looks
So
like
you're
I'm
okay.
under
So
HB Tom.
Oh, you're HB Tom. Are you in there twice? Because I see Tom Schottlemeyer also. HB Tom. There you go.
That's my
Let's
twin.
spotlight you.
There we
Hello,
go.
Tom.
Thank you. Well, hello, everybody. This is Tom Schottmiller, AKA Tom Downey. And I thought the introduction was wonderful that we did for Margaret. But some of you may not know Margaret from when she was a little bit younger. So I will pass on Margaret from what I call the early years. As Margaret said, we met at State Farm Insurance. I was a trainee. I was in the regional office one day. I was walking down the hall. In front of me, I saw this lovely lady that my thinking was, oh my goodness, I can't wait to see what she looks like from the front. Now, I know some of you are saying that's not appropriate in 2020, but this was 1971. I was a 21-year-old male. So I hurried to the break room to see who this beautiful woman was. And when I got to the break room and saw her face and the rest of her, I immediately thought, I have no chance. Margaret was incredibly beautiful, and I was a geek, so I figured no opportunities there. We were introduced, but that was it, I thought. But a couple days later, I was leaving for lunch in my car and leaving the parking lot, and I saw Margaret on the side of the parking lot road, and I slowed down, pulled over, and I asked her if everything was all right. And she said yes, but she was waiting for a date to take her to lunch. My initial thought was, what idiot would be late for a date with Margaret? And I casually said, well, I'm going to lunch. Would you like to go? And she said, why not? We went to Der Wiener Schnitzel. Well, for those who are not from California, it is a hot dog place. So it wasn't exactly a fabulous first date, but it worked. But what I found out very quickly about Margaret was more than just her beauty. Right away, I could see the intellect, the passion. I could see that she was tremendously interested in the issues of the day. I always enjoyed our conversation. I could tell she was a fighter, and that really attracted me to her, and she had a great sense of humor. Well, here we are 47 years later. We've been married 47 years, and Margaret was always wonderful during the early years because she put her dreams and goals aside to travel with me on my journey with State Farm Insurance. We moved 6 different times. So between marriage and raising children, Margaret was involved in different activities, but not as much as she had wanted to. It wasn't until we moved to Pennsylvania, where we had some stability, that Margaret really was able to participate in the activities that you now see today. So I call Margaret the James Brown of the atheist community. And if you know that about James Brown, the hardest working man in show business, Margaret is the hardest working person in the atheist community. She typically puts in 50, 60 hours a week. It's not unusual for her to be at the computer late at night when I'll say, hey, I'm going to bed. Vacations are not in her vocabulary. Usually what will happen is I'll literally say, hey, I planned some vacation time to take her away. And this is all volunteer. And I know she would say the same thing, but we are very deeply appreciate all those who donate to the Freethought Society, because that's what keeps it afloat. Margaret obviously is not a paid employee. It's all volunteer from her standpoint. And all of you help make that happen. There was a couple things that was touched on before that I think are hugely important. Her struggle with the Boy Scouts, which is going on, I think, 25 plus years. Many things that Margaret gets involved in, she's in as the underdog, but she will never give up. She will always continue to fight. And she's always right. So the Boy Scouts now are outed as a bigoted organization. And I think that Margaret tried to show that a long time ago. I think some of the other things that she was involved in, like the 10th Commandment case, took so much, really fortitude and bravery on her part. The other thing I admire about Margaret is that she's always willing to share. Margaret is, I guess to use another one, Kevin Bacon. I mean, almost everybody in the atheist community knows Margaret. She has what I call a great Rolodex, and she's always willing to share not only the people she knows and the contacts, but ideas. So it was mentioned about the Secular Day of the Dead or the Friday the 13th party. Margaret literally has put together binders to be able to help people that want to do that. They don't have to reinvent the wheel. They just contact Margaret and she ships it out to them, which I think it says a lot about Margaret, who she is as a person. She's very open, she's very kind, and she's always willing to share. And I know for me personally, I am so proud of Margaret, and I admire her so much for her dedication and her energy. And I can only hope that we continue this journey for many, many more years, because Margaret is the most interesting person that I know. Luckily, we agree on most topics, politics, religion, things of that nature, but I always enjoy our conversations. So some things have not changed in the 47 years that we've been together. She's still passionate about her work. She brings great dedication, great intellect to everything that she does. And I still like to watch when she leaves the room. Happy birthday, dear.
Thanks, Tom.
Oh, thank you. You are going to be a tough act to follow. Let's get some more family members in here. Margaret's sisters and her Australian niece Lindsay and her cousin James. If one or all of you are in here, I'd like to highlight you now. Martha, Connie, Lindsay, or James, is one of you here?
Hi, this is James.
James.
I sent you a couple of photos. Did you get them?
Yes, I believe I just opened them. Let's see, those are the Christmas or holiday photos, yes? Let me check.
A couple of holiday photos, yeah, and then a couple of more modern ones.
Okay, let me check. Let's get the holiday ones first. Can we see that? Oh, sorry, that's not the one. That's the one. There we go.
Yes, the new bikes. And Connie got a truck.
December 58, according to the trim there. Any memories from that one? I mean, of course you got bikes, but
Yeah, just the bikes are so great.
Yeah.
Let's see, we've got another photo in here that was sent along. Let's find that. Number 2. Share screen, and there we go.
Oh, that's my beautiful Auntie Conchita. And Martha and Connie and me. She was living with us. She took care of us for many years. Loved her. Thanks for the picture, James.
Yeah, I got a couple more, I think. I got one of you and your mom, and then I have your mom and her sisters.
Those all come in the chat?
Yeah, they all came in the chat.
Okay, those might take me a little time to get.
Want me to just throw them up?
You know what? Hey, Jay, if you're able to share screen, that would be perfect.
All right, I'll go ahead and do that.
Let me give you permission because I think you might need. There you go.
Okay, so I want to share. Let's see. I want to share this. No, not that. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's that one, that one.
Umbrellas, we got umbrellas too.
Yeah. No, now that's in the family folder. Hold on one second. That's not the
Why
right
don't we
one.
do this later? Because some people
Yeah.
have to leave.
Well, there's one I will show, okay? Because it's fun, okay? That one. Can you see that one?
Yeah, yeah. That's my mother when she was about 90.
Yeah.
And then we went out to dinner, you and I, after that.
All right. Well, there you go. That's the only really one that I wanted to show. So I'll talk to you later about it.
Michael, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Who's speaking?
So this is Tom again. So I've been back and forth with some other family members. I think Matt and Lottie are on, but Blair and Holly are having some difficulty. So maybe we'll try to go to Matt and Lottie for the video. Then we'll try by phone for Holly and Blair.
Tom, I'm on.
Okay. Let's try Matt and Lottie first.
Matt, all right.
So this is Margaret and I's son, his wife, and we'll see.
How would I find your name in the chat, the one that I'm highlighting? One more time?
Schottmiller, S-C-H-O-T-T.
Okay. I'm looking in the participants list. I'm not seeing that. That's how the name begins, or is that what's the first name? I know that's your last name.
That's the only name we put in.
S-H-O-T?
S-C-H.
Oh, S-C-H. I'm sorry. Let me put the C in there. There we go. Here you come. Thank you for waiting. Hello.
Hi. Thank you.
Chloe wedding is
Chloe.
And it says that his favorite memory with you is looking at the fish in your fish pond. And Lucky is also saying hi and happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. This is Matt, and obviously this is Emmett and Chloe, and we all wanted to. We won't be as lengthy as the other introductions, but I did want to say a couple of things. I have been working closely with Margaret Downey for 42 years, and I've enjoyed all my time with her. You know, I was actually just thinking. I didn't really have anything planned, but what my dad said, Tom said that we moved around a lot. I wanted to share a memory that I had about my mom. This was probably when I was probably about 8 years old or so, 9 years old. We had just moved to New Jersey, and we would like to go on adventures and kind of look around and see what was in the local area. She was always very adventurous. And just recently, I took a family trip with all of them, and we drove to Massachusetts, and we drove through Port Jarvis, New York, and it was really cool because you could see the mountains, and up on the mountain you could see this monolith, and this monolith is up on the highest point in New Jersey. It's called High Point, New Jersey, and that's one of the good memories, not one of the good memories, but one of the early good memories that I have of my mom of going up there, and I probably just wanted to sit and watch TV all day, and she drug me out and took me to a state park, and I'm very thankful for that, because that's what I have to do with Chloe. I think Chloe is my doppelganger, and I think she's a lot like Margaret too. So, but it's just cool to see that passed down through the generations, and it's also cool to see which kids resemble who more. We were just talking that I think myself and my daughter probably have that look that Margaret has, that you can see through all the early childhood photos. And you introduced yourself, right?
Yeah, and I think Chloe wanted to share a memory.
You want to share a memory?
You want to share a memory with Nana? Yeah. What's your favorite memory with Nana?
Video game.
Video game.
What video game's that?
Oh, where we build a home.
Oh, I guess you were fixing houses, huh?
Yeah, we were fixing houses.
Another skill that Margaret has is interior decorating.
Yeah.
You appreciate that about her too.
That's always fun, Chloe.
But we all wanted to wish you happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hey, come here. Come here. Say happy birthday. Come here.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Emmett.
Sorry about the naked boy.
I mean, Chloe's birthday was yesterday.
That's right.
And Emmett's is next in September. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thanks for your greetings.
So
all right,
we're hoping that Blair or
I'm here. Tom, can you hear me? Tom?
Yes. Who should I highlight next?
This is Blair.
Larry?
No, Blair. And I'm under, I think, Doug Maker 56.
Please repeat the name one more time.
Blair, B-L-A-I-R.
BL, okay. There we go. Let's see. B-L-A-I-R or A-R? Not coming up with the BL.
Okay, try Doug Maker 56. I know I'm in there because we're talking.
First letter is a D as in David?
Yes.
I'm going to have to head out, so I did take a chance during this break to just say bye to Margaret, and nice to see all the people out there that I know too. So it's a pleasure to be part of it. You take care.
Who's talking?
Thank you. Is that Lawrence?
Oh, that was Lawrence. That's Lawrence Krauss.
Okay.
Okay. Take
Bye,
care.
Lawrence.
Oh, thank you, Lawrence.
Did you find me?
Lawrence.
No, I'm D.
Well, I just had some things I would like to say if you can arrange that.
I'm sorry. Can you say the name one more time because I'm not seeing it?
Yes, Blair, B-L-A-I-R, Archambault.
I think you might be on your iPhone. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, because I'm typing Blair and nothing's coming up. Let me try iPhone. We'll go with the iPhone and see what happens. And the iPhone video needs to start. Maybe that's why I'm not seeing it come up.
Oh.
All right, start video. If you could do that. Well, hey, as long as we got you speaking, why don't you have that?
Okay, well, I just had a couple things I wanted to say to a woman on a very special day. I would start by saying ditto to everybody. I was going to write some things, and I was actually going to write a poem. This is my attempt. And so here we go. Okay, hang on. Oops. Can you hear me?
Yes, and I can see you now.
Okay. In celebration of this beautiful day, there's something important I have to say. Although there's no gift on the way, knowing Margaret, that will be okay. I think we'll keep that poem at bay. I'll try something else. Okay, so I thought I'd make a list of some of Margaret's best qualities. This is a tall task for such a beautiful, intelligent woman. Because of our time schedule, this will be difficult, but I will try. She's heaven sent. Is this a roast or what? She's kind, caring, thoughtful. She has an energy level that makes the ever-ready bunny sweat. She has a spot-on fashion sense. Every day is a runway day with Margaret. She's the only woman I know that can spot the difference between orange and tangerine. She's understanding. She has an unfair advantage in board games. Loves Friday the 13th, but I think she enjoys the following Saturday better. Graceful dancer, even with me, and that's saying something. Strong opinions, even stronger arguments and evidence to back them up. She's a pain, but that pain is spelled P-A-I-N-E. Friend, accepting, organized, always prepared, almost like a Boy Scout. Dairy lover, but shows great restraint. I'm pretty confident her last meal will be pasta, bread, and butter with a large bowl of ice cream to wash it down. Protective. Do not mess with her loved ones. She's a good listener. The caretaker of the tree of knowledge. She's a master at paramimesa. Wordplay. Always up for a challenge. Well-read, a student of history. Takes action in trying to make the world a better place. Just ask Elmo. She's a fighter. She's memorable. Fair. A gifted provocateur. A keen sense of intuition. In fact, after 20 years of knowing and watching Margaret, with all her vast knowledge and intellect, there's no finer example of this keen sense of intuition. All you have to do is look at the incredible men in her life. Can she still see me? Did she cut me?
No.
Okay, all right. She's a grandmother extraordinaire. There are a few people in this world that I admire and respect more. I love who you are, what you're about, the difference you make in the lives of the people around you. You're always trying to make the world a better place. Thank you for never taking your eye off Cameron. Thank you for all the love you showered upon me. I have to say, as mother-in-laws go, you're not just the brass ring, you're everything. Happy 50th, Margaret.
Thank you, Blair. That was really nice.
Thank you.
I love you, Grandma. Mama.
There you go. Thank you, Blair. I put a picture up of you and Cameron to share. And this is when we went to the swap meet and tried to sell your love doves for you. Remember that day? Oh, he's muted.
Oh, he might be muted again.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm here. I think you were the best salesperson that day. It was either you or Tom. I'm not sure.
Anyway, that was fun. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, and thank all the wonderful people that I'm listening to.
Thank you for sharing, and thank you for reading that poem. So I'd like to get to any more family members that might be here first, and then we've got some people with time constraints who need to leave, so I want to try to get to those people first, and then we've got some videos that we can show without any time restraints. So if there are any more family members right now, please speak up, unmute yourself, make a comment so we can spotlight you.
Connie?
Did you say Bonnie or Connie?
Connie.
Connie. Let me find Connie. There we are. Connie, please unmute yourself, and if you could start video, and then I will spotlight.
Your video. Hi.
There we go.
Margaret.
Hi, Connie.
Hi. Hi, everybody, and happy birthday to my wonderful, wonderful sister. And my dog is wishing you a happy birthday, as you can hear. And everybody has been so eloquently describing you, your nature, your dedication, hard work, all of those things. But I noticed that there were some things missing. So I would like to start with the opening sequence. And in the myriad of books, I did not hear anybody mention that you had been listed in Dan Brown's latest book, Origins. And I wanted to make sure that that got in there. And maybe I missed it, but somebody missed it, not saying. And I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that you had made, a national book and all of that. So that's number one. And then I would like to say one of my stories was going to be about us possibly almost losing you when you were 5 years old. It was quite, it would have been quite a tragedy, obviously. And dare I say, we are blessed that you made it. And I think that the reason you made it was because of your tenacity and the fact that I think you just have this feeling of, I have things to do, which you have done beautifully. While I have been the daredevil of the family, still riding motorcycles, horses, doing all the crazy things I do, you have been so much better than I. You have dared to challenge society. You have dared to challenge the Boy Scouts. You have dared to challenge religion. So I will give you the Daredevil Medal for the family. And I appreciate and acknowledge everything that you do for us with your generosity and your understanding and your love. But let me continue with my little bit of list. Blair, he gave such a great little poem, but he forgot to mention salmon. So, you can do orange, tangerine, and salmon. I mean, all the colors. So I didn't want that to go without being recognized. And what else do I have? I'm wearing your necklace. Most of you may not know that Margaret is a very sentimental and sensitive, very sensitive person. She is so busy, so fun, so active. Sometimes I think that might be overlooked. And so I have my beautiful necklace on of my sister. And I would like to tell you what it says. It says, sisters care for each other, understand each other, stay forever, beyond words, beyond distance, beyond time. So thank you, Margaret. It's one of my favorites. I love you with all my heart. And I wish you a super happy 70th birthday. I'm drinking champagne and toasting you. Thank you, my love. I adore you.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, one more thing. This is a message, a PS to Penn and to Emmett. I'm naked from the waist down. I love you.
Funny. That was hilarious.
I love you, sweetheart.
Thank you. So nice.
Do we have any more family members? I want to get to the family first, and then we can start getting to friends from there. So we've got.
Martha should be on.
Martha? Let me find you in there.
Margaret?
Oh.
Yes?
Martha should be on.
I think she's fired something.
Yeah, she's on her Kindle.
Okay, so she's not listed as Martha. What might her name be? If you're here, can you unmute yourself and speak? I might be able to find you easier that way.
He's under Fire Tablet.
Fire Tablet, good one. There we are. Thank you so much. So unmute Fire Tablet, please. I'm going to spotlight your video.
Oh, there she is.
Welcome.
Yeah. Hi, Martha.
Hi, honey. How are you? Happy birthday.
Thank you.
A toast for you and many more birthdays. But I do have a story for you.
Okay.
Okay. Remember when we lived on Ewing and there was a church down on the corner of the block?
Yes.
And we used to go to dances there. And you and I used to fight over this cha-cha dress that we had. And you usually won. You were fabulous at dancing. But that was the only time I ever saw you in church. I adore you. I love you. Well, happy 70th.
Thank
and
you.
I hope you have a fabulous day, honey.
Thank you so much, Martha.
Love the hat.
So many friends. You're really blessed. Oh, oops.
Well, you know she's my sister because she's wearing a hat.
Yes.
Oh, yes. In honor of you. And I am wearing the necklace, too.
Oh,
but of course I had to wear a hat.
Thank you, Martha.
Anyway, love you much. I hope you're having a fabulous day, honey. It's good to see all the faces of the family.
Do you have champagne?
I'm sorry?
Do you have champagne to drink?
I am drinking a nice white wine. No time for champagne for me.
Okay.
But love you much. Anyway, like I said, that was the only time I ever saw you in church.
Well, this is when we all saw each other in California. And
oh God, don't show that picture. I look like a big yellow pumpkin, a big orange pumpkin.
You look great.
Yeah, we had a good time that day. It was good to see the family and to see my Lisa. You know, I hadn't seen my daughter in a long time.
Yeah.
But, and you do a fabulous job of taking care of mother. So, like I said, I hope you have a fabulous day. I miss you.
Miss you too, Martha. And it looks like Holly is having a hard time logging on. So maybe later we can get my daughter on. But right now she's not able.
Okay.
I love seeing the picture of Cameron with like a day's worth of beard on him. So cute.
Are Lindsay and Lloyd online?
Let me find out. Tom and Lindsay. Would that be them, Tom and Lindsay?
No.
No? Okay. What would they be?
Yes.
What would their name be in the participants?
Michael, this is John Davidson. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I've got to go to a Trivial Pursuit game at 4 in the afternoon, and so I've been trying not to interrupt, but I've been on for about an hour and I've got to go. Happy birthday,
John,
Mark.
John, may I play your video while you're here?
Sure.
Okay, since you were nice enough to send a video, I thought let's pull that up. So let me share screen that here. And then if you'd like after the video, say any final comments before you go.
I'll do something quick, but I really have to leave at 4. I've got these people waiting for me to play Trivial Pursuit.
Okay, go ahead and say something now, and I got the video ready to share screen after that.
Okay.
Well, Margaret has been such an inspiration. When I joined Openly Secular like 6 years ago, I met her and just opened me up to Penn and Teller and Roy Zimmerman and to the whole idea of being secular and all. And Robin Blumner did a testimonial for Openly Secular. It just changed my life. I've been wanting to express that for years, and he helped me do that. And she's an inspiration to me as well as everyone. So happy birthday, Mark.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John. Are you able to stay for the playing of your video, or do you need to leave? I can, either way.
I need to go, or these people will be mad at me, but enjoy the video. It might be a little crazy, but enjoy the video.
Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you, John. Thanks for coming. We'll share the video. Thank you.
Well, I'm sitting here in New Hampshire looking at the beautiful Ossipee Mountains. And I'm thinking about the fact that Margaret Downey is 70 years old. Oh, this great lady. Are you kidding me? She's just getting started. What an inspiration she has been to me and so many people. Her writings and her speeches and and also a good friend. I joined Openly Secular a while back, and Robin Blumner did an interview with me, and we did a video, and then I met the spark of Openly Secular, Margaret Downey. Her stamina, her dedication to free thought and to separation of church and state, and just secular life, is so strong, so powerful. She introduced me to Roy Zimmerman, who just opened up what an incredible artist. And she came to see me. I was playing the Wizard in Wicked on a national tour, and she came to see me in Seattle. And I couldn't, just the fact that Margaret Downey would take the time for me made me feel special. Isn't that the way we all feel? That she,
yep.
The fact that she would find me worthy of her time. I know that sounds stupid, but I just admire her so much. I want to be Margaret Downey. We can't all be anyway. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Margaret. Happy birthday to you. This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Hey! I love you so much.
Oh my gosh. That was amazing.
Wasn't that great? that was one, yeah. I watched that one a few times. Very entertaining.
Now, does everybody know who John Davidson is? He
chime in and say how annoyed I am that he's so good looking still.
Yes,
He said I
he
should
is.
say this while he's in the room. Brilliant.
Oh, he's incredible. I love him. We used to watch Hollywood Squares every week as a family. We were just amazed at how quick he was, and funny and handsome. And I never thought in a million years that I'd be friends with him. But there he is, and I just feel so fortunate that he's a part of my life.
I think his overall message might be summed up as it's Margaret Downey's world, we all just live in it. he pretty much seemed like your biggest fan. That guy was, he's fantastic. He is fantastic. That guy seems like a bundle of energy. I can see why you do so well.
I want to tell you, Anne Duran was online, and she was so sweet. She was listening, and she sent me a private note saying she had a family party going on in her backyard and that she had to leave, but how much she enjoyed what she saw. And it was so nice to see her on that Zoom link with all the other people. And so it was, thank you for providing the opportunity, Michael, for me to see Anne again.
Absolutely. Now, so what I would like to do is, so there are some people that have some time constraints, so I want to try to get to them. I know Hemant Mehta is with us. He sent along a video. I believe he's somewhere where he's not able to talk right now, but maybe we can share his video, and let's play that right now, Margaret.
Okay.
Let me share screen here. Here we go. All right.
Happy 70th birthday, Margaret. To everyone watching this, I'm Hemant Mehta from friendlyatheist.com. I have been an atheist activist for more than 15 years, and I am so lucky that Margaret has been one of the few constants in what is an otherwise very turbulent movement. She's always been an advocate for me, a strong supporter of causes we both find important, someone who knows how to organize and inspire, and maybe the most unique thing about her, someone who everyone likes. Do you know how hard it is to get atheists to agree on anything? We're like herding cats, except for when it comes to Margaret. Everyone I've met says the nicest things about her, always. I've been fortunate to learn directly from her how to talk to the media and how to fundraise, which is important when you're running nonprofits. I was with her in Chicago when she was announced as the head of a major organization, and lucky enough to watch the gears in her mind start to spin as soon as she found out, because she was just brimming with ideas already. I have no doubt other people watching this can say many of the same things I am, because Margaret is always generous with her time and advice. And speaking for myself, I am so grateful to be a beneficiary of that. Margaret, I love you dearly, and when we can all travel again, I can't wait to see you in person again. Thank you for everything you do, and everything you will do, and everything you are. We are so lucky to have you fighting for a cause we all believe in so strongly.
Oh, that was so beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Can he hear me?
Let me see. He is in here. I'll ask him. Hemant, I don't know if you can unmute or not. I know you mentioned that you might be somewhere where you can't chat. If that's the case, we won't pressure you.
I can't be on video right now. I can just say I'm enjoying listening to this. I'm not in my house right now, so I can't really show video here, but I just wanted to say happy birthday, and I'm really enjoying watching these tributes.
Well, I just shared screened a really fun photo of you, Hemant. It's the
you.
one I took of you when you were on Jeopardy last night.
That's awesome. Thanks, Margaret.
You did such a great job and made us all so proud. We love you very much, Hemant.
You too, and I'll keep watching from a distance over here.
Okay. Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you, Hemant. I appreciate it. And thank you for sending a great video. That was a pleasure to get. All right. So I have gotten, there have been probably close to 90 to 100 people that have passed through this Zoom so far. So forgive me if I have not been able to get to all of your comments. I know some of you need to leave. So what I would like to do now is, if you are time constrained and you really need to go, but you want to jump in and say something to Margaret, now is your chance to unmute yourself, make yourself heard. We'll call you, I'll spotlight you, and you can share your greetings, because I want to give everybody a chance. And then after everybody that needs to go does their thing, we can get back to showing some more videos.
Hi, Margaret. I don't know if there's time, but I think, hi, Margaret. Happy birthday. It's Gary.
Is that Gary?
Yeah, Heidi had said that she wanted me to do a song, and I don't know if there's time for that.
That would
I'd
be wonderful.
happy to do it if she'd like to have it.
Yes.
Is that all right?
I love your music.
Well, I just want to say, Margaret, I love you. You're amazing. I met you during the premiere at Penn's house of the Aristocrats movie that I
remember.
That I did music for, and also I was lucky enough to write music under your stint in Bullshit, because I did the music for that. So, and you've been amazingly supportive to me and everybody else, and I love you. And you certainly don't look 70. But this song doesn't apply to you, but it is something that I play at birthdays sometimes. Oh, and I cut my finger cooking, so I'm going to hope that it'll hit the strings in the right way. Sitting on the bar stool, gonna have myself a drink. I need a little time away, a little time to think. Then she kinda caught me by surprise as she kinda looked into my eyes. I didn't know where this was gonna go. So far I was going with this flow. This was something that I'd been through many times before. Things like this these days don't hardly happen anymore. Then she threw back her long black hair as she caught me trying not to stare. Surely as I know the face of Lincoln, pretty sure I know what she is thinking. Who's that old man? Why is he looking at me? 'Cause I'm young, strong, and wild. He's about 63. Now his life is almost done, while mine has just begun. What makes him think that he can just look at me? Look at me. Now wait a goddamn minute, how do I know that's what she meant? I'm gonna find out if I'm a fool or if she's heaven sent. Then she got up when some guy asked her to dance. As she waltzed off, I knew I missed my chance. Serves me right for holding back, delaying. Worried if somewhere someone is saying, who's that old man? Why is he looking at me? 'Cause I'm young and wild and strong, and he's about 73. Now his life is almost done, while mine has just begun. What makes him think that he can just look at me? Look at me. Splash some cold water in my face, pound some scotch without a chase. A slap upside my head could not be clearer. Get it to your head, that shit's not real. We ain't no older than we feel. So I took a good hard look into the mirror. Who's that old man? Why is he looking at me? 'Cause I'm young and wild and strong, and he's about 103. Now his life is almost done, while mine has just begun. What makes him think that he can just look at me? Look at me. Look at me.
Wow.
Thank you, Margaret. It's great to see your whole family. Great to see Tom. You're rocking 70.
Hi. Thank you.
Ah.
Gary, I put a picture of us on the screen.
I love
One
that.
of my favorites.
Thank you. That's fabulous.
Yeah. That's
that
when you were in Orange County at a conference. You were the MC. You not only sing, you're a great masters of ceremonies.
Thank you, and you as well. You're a great triskaidekaphobia nurse. Thank you so much, Margaret, and thanks, Michael, for letting me jump in. Thank you. Love you,
Gary. Thank you,
Hey,
Gary.
Mike,
Great
can I
song,
jump in?
great
Hey, Michael,
song.
can I jump in really quick? If I may. Sorry.
Yeah, I do have a couple people that I've queued up really quickly that have gotten in here that need to go. I need to Deepak. I did mention I would call you next.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Thank you, everyone, for your patience. I'm going to do my best to get to everybody ASAP. So, Deepak, the floor is yours.
Great, thank you. Hey, Margaret, it's so good. It's so good to see you after such a long time. You know, it's hard to believe I've known Margaret for over 25 years now. And I distinctly recall my first meeting at what was then the Philadelphia Freethought Society, when she was a refreshing voice for humanism. That was the start of a very rewarding and a warm friendship. At that time, I don't know if you remember, Margaret, you were kind enough to set up a meeting with Richard Dawkins on my way through Cambridge. And I remember being awed that you were on such close terms with such a renowned atheist. And then shortly afterwards, my then fiance Kelly and I went on a busload of society members to the Atheist March on Washington. And Margaret was a guest speaker there. I mean, that was ages ago, Margaret, but it was so much fun. So it is truly fitting today, August 16th, which is also the date of our wedding anniversary. And that was when Margaret conducted our 17-year wedding anniversary. That was when she conducted our wedding. And it was truly a lovely event. And I think I have a pic. Can you see the picture?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She presided over the event with her characteristic grace, poise, and humor. And Kelly and I will always be grateful for that. It's hard to imagine it was 17 years ago, Margaret, and it was just simply a lovely event.
Yeah.
You left such a strong impression on so many of our visitors on that day. And to this day, they ask us, hey, how is Margaret doing? And it was lovely. And, more recently, since then, we've had a child, and we are raising her in a truly humanistic setting. And she's an atheist, and thanks in no small part to Margaret's influence. And I've learned to, handle the frustrations of being an atheist and a humanist in an increasingly anti-science world, thanks in large part to the, dedication, grace, knowledge, and humor that Margaret brings to our cause. Margaret taught me that one can bring more people over from the dark side, if you will, by gentle persuasion, rather than aggressive confrontation. And that is something I'm very grateful for. And this is something I was more prone to be, and I was more aggressive in my younger days, and perhaps not wiser days as well. So, Margaret's infectious enthusiasm, her dedication to the free thinkers cause will always inspire me. We wish all of us, Kelly, myself, Maya, and Asha, our pet dog, will always, wish her many more active years in the Freethought Society and in furthering our cause. We love you, Margaret. Thank you for being so special.
Thank you, Deepak. So happy you could make it. And I love showing that picture of that wedding.
Thank you, Deepak. Dr. Christopher DiCarlo, if you could unmute, and I will spotlight you. We're going to do you there. Hello. Then after that, we'll go to Karen Hart.
Happy to see you.
Karen Hart, you're on deck. All right. Thank you, Dr. Christopher. The floor is yours.
Hi, Margaret. I don't know if you can recall when we first met. Do you remember? It was Montreal.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I was giving a talk, and I had mentioned in the presentation someone named Margaret Downey, and then during Q&A you said, "Hey, guess what? It's me." and then
I still remember.
Yeah, and you met Linda, my wife. We've been good friends ever since. So
yeah,
we've have a great birthday. I've sent you a lovely copy of my latest book, and as soon as we get on the other side of this pandemic, I'll be sure to come down with Linda and my family, and we'll get together again, and we'll talk about old times together.
Oh, that'd be great. Linda, do you remember this?
I do.
Those are your boys, and you volunteered to work the Friday the 13th event at town, and the guys were so helpful. It was a great time.
It was so much fun. I do want to wish you a happy birthday and have to say that, Margaret, you are an inspiration to all. You have it down pat when it comes to living life and living life to the fullest. And happy birthday, and I will be following you forever.
Thank you so much, Linda. And thanks for the book. I can't wait to get it. I'll make an ornament for the Tree of Knowledge.
Absolutely.
All right.
And I'd just like to add, I've read that Frank Zappa book behind you too. That's a great book. I think I read that about 20 years ago. It's fantastic.
I've often quoted from the Book of Frank.
Exactly.
Oh,
He's
there
the
you
man.
go.
He's the man. Thank you both for sharing. Thank you. We've got Karen Hart, who, oh, I'm sorry, I just muted you. I'm going to ask to unmute you. I'm going to spotlight you. And apparently Karen has a performance.
Hey, Margaret, happy birthday.
Thank you.
This is a special birthday song for you, and it exemplifies you.
Uh-oh.
Called When Your Heart Shines. What's another birthday but just another day? Age is just a number standing in your way. You know you could be flying if you spread your wings. You really could be flying through almost anything. When your heart shines, you feel so young inside. It lifts you high above the clouds and carries you through time. When your heart shines, you never walk alone. It helps you make every step become your stepping stone. When your heart shines. What's another challenge but an opportunity to bring you to new places, to set your spirit free, to take chances 2 by 2 and grab the brass ring and help someone dear to you realize their dream. When your heart shines, you guide you through the years, racking up your winning chips and packing up your fears. When your heart shines, you'll never be too old to grow the winning roses, to go for the gold. When your heart shines, when your heart shines, step aside and watch Margaret shine. Happy birthday, Margaret.
Oh, that was so beautiful. Thank you.
That was wonderful.
Karen. Yes, and Karen, I will never forget the late night TAM concerts that you had put on. I snapped this picture. Actually, this was Logic Now.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you were so helpful at Logic Now. You and Brian, your husband. Remember?
It was our pleasure.
Costco.
It was our pleasure.
Thank you for being my friend, Karen.
Thank you, Margaret. You're wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you, Karen. That was fantastic. The Bailey family has joined us.
Hello.
Happy birthday, Margaret.
Happy birthday.
I'm so happy to see everyone. Oh my God.
Always happy to see you.
Good to see you all again.
Oh.
This is when we first met you, and I was so excited, as you can tell by my face. I was a little bit excited. you told me about my future, and I was so excited to be a part of something so big with you. I'm so glad that I got to meet you, and it's been a journey, and I'm so glad that I've been in it with you. Definitely. Skip Track was another amazing. Oh, thank you so much. Skip Track was just an amazing experience. I'm so glad that you allowed me to be with you. It's just an amazing experience.
I remember the day that my dad told our family that we got to go to a parade at DragonCon with you, and I was so excited that I got to be the dog in Scooby-Doo because I absolutely love dogs, and I still do.
You have to learn how organized you are, Margaret, and how.
That's true.
This is us at CSI Con. I was about to do a book signing, and you have definitely mentored me and taught me so many different things throughout the years. And I feel like I wouldn't have the confidence I do have now on the stage that you have just brought me. And I'm so glad that you've just showed me how much joy this could bring me in my life. You've also allowed me to meet so many amazing people, such as Richard Dawkins. This was such an amazing experience. And I'm so glad that that was a thing we were able to do.
That was so much fun. That 1950s party. There's your sister. I think you were doing somersaults right there, Bailey.
Yeah.
You also taught me how to swing dance.
So thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your life, and thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Margaret. You're such a joy, and I hope to keep on our journey together.
Yeah, thanks, Margaret. I wouldn't have been encouraged as much as I am now for my book, Alpha Humanist, as in I am now, because now I know that. And thank you so much.
Yeah, Margaret, I mean, as everybody said, you're willing to take the time. I mean, as a parent of daughters that are so excited to be in feminism and fighting for free thought and these things, we're so grateful for your mentorship and all the time you've taken. We really do love you and wish you happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Thank you so much.
Birthday.
Birthday.
Thank you. I can't wait to host you back in Pennsylvania some summer.
We would love that.
That would be amazing.
We would do.
Well, see you. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Harris family. Good to see you again.
See you too, Michael.
Thank you for coming. So let's see. I was checking. Is John Delancey in the room? I didn't see the name unless he's listed under a different name. I do see Zenos Frudakis, if I'm saying that correctly. I would like to call upon you if you're here. Currently, you're in your studio in Glenside, Pennsylvania, doing some sculpting. Are you there?
I'm here. I'm sculpting. I was up to 6 in the morning sculpting, but I wouldn't miss this. And happy birthday, Margaret. Rosie was here just a little while ago, and she needed to go. She wasn't feeling that great, but we both wish you a happy birthday. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Two things about Margaret. I'm going to take a lot of time because you have 100 people on here, because I could spend the next few years in real time talking about you. But you're a dear friend. Two things, energy and generosity. I mean, I could talk about intelligence and so many other things. But first thing, I had one of my sculptures was in American Humanist magazine, and someone called me from out west, and while we were talking, he said, "You really need to, do you know Margaret Downey?" And I said, "I don't." And he said, "You really need to meet her because she just gets things done. She's a force of nature." And I think he understated it, actually. And the second thing, well, he gave me your phone number, your information, and we started talking on the phone, and that's led to so many things. Some of them are behind me. And can you see my studio? See some of it?
Yes.
You can? Okay. But anyway, it's not about me. But there's an intersection. The second thing is the generosity. I don't know anyone who's been so generous with sharing who she knows. And I mean, most of the atheists that I knew up until I met Margaret were dead. And it was a kind of one-way conversation. I mean, I knew Bertrand Russell through, the book that we all know about, losing our belief and all of that, and Hume, David Hume, and Dialogues of Natural Religion, all the rest. And then when I met Margaret, she introduced me to, well, first of all, she said, "Look, come to a dinner," and I went to a dinner and met Annie Laurie. She said, "Sit next to this young woman and talk to her," and she gave up her seat, and we talked and found out we had a common interest in Clarence Darrow, who's right here, and turned out that because of Margaret, we were able to do an 8-foot sculpture of Clarence Darrow that the Freedom from Religion Foundation sponsored, and it's in Dayton, Tennessee, and that's because of Margaret, and the forward, and then she introduced me to Richard Dawkins. You see us back there, who I talk to occasionally, but he doesn't talk back. And then working on Thomas Paine with her. I don't know if you can see Paine. Can you see him? And
those are beautiful.
And I'm working on, and then you see Lawrence Krauss is back there, and then this is Margaret Sanger. But anyway, I mean, without Margaret, I think let me move here for a moment. It's like the movie "It's a Wonderful Life." It would be Pottersville without her. If she had died of asthma or something, what kind of world would we have had? It's hard to imagine. None of these things would have happened for me, but also, more importantly, I wouldn't have had the friendship that we share. And I mean, it was a very lonely world being an atheist by myself with all my dead friends before I met her. And it was great to realize that she introduced me to Daniel Dennett, so many people, and and the best part of it was knowing her. And Tom, her husband, of course, but knowing Margaret. So thank you, Margaret. Love you, grateful to you, and I hope you have another 70 years. I don't know if it's a good thing to hope, but.
Well,
and there's Don.
Speaking of introducing people to friends, I have a very funny story about Don McLean. Zeno and Don McLean are very, very good friends. And I mentioned to him that I was taking Cameron to the Don McLean concert with Tom. And Zeno talked to Don and said, "I'd love for you to see Margaret after the show and meet her grandson." So after the show, we were waiting at the bottom of the steps with everybody else. And Don McLean comes walking down the steps. And he said, "Which one of you is Margaret Downey?" And I raised my hand. I was so excited that he would search me out in this crowd of people. So he took Cameron and Tom and myself over to a table and sat and chatted with us separate from everybody else. And it was just such a delight, such a thrill for all of us to actually meet and talk to Don McLean. But I have another very funny picture I want to share with everyone. This next picture will never be published, but it was a picture that I wanted after we were showing the Tom Paine maquette at a conference. And I'll show you why I'll never show this in public.
I think I know. Okay.
So that will never be shown.
Thomas Paine was quite a scoundrel there, I think.
What? Yeah. Only my friends on Zoom get to see this. Well, anyway, I'm tickled to have you as a friend.
Oh, the tickle is all mine.
Thank you for sharing from your studio. Those are amazing to look at. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you. You can see. I don't know if you can see Margaret saying, but anyway, it's not about me, so I don't want to. But I have to say, if it wasn't for her, these things wouldn't have happened. And what else is going to come from this wouldn't have happened. So it's, again, what amazing intelligence, energy, person who just steps in and gets things done, and the rest of us kind of sit back and let her do it because, you know, we're lazier and we don't have the energy, and I don't know, but she is a force of nature, a good force, not a hurricane, not a tornado, but she's the good witch, not the bad witch. The house isn't going to fall on her.
Does anyone need to leave? Should we get someone else to leave?
Yeah, Margaret, real quick, I do have a little cue. I have a little cue lined up. Do you have any extra devices in your room that are causing an echo, perhaps? We're getting a little bit of an echo on your end. If you have maybe more than one.
Turn the volume off. It's as low as possible.
Yeah, it's down all the way.
Angie, I promised you that you are next. So if you would unmute yourself, please, and I'm going to spotlight you.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe how lucky I am to be in this whole cadre of people. Y'all, can you see me?
You are seen, yes.
Oh, yay. Okay. I seriously cannot believe I am so lucky to be in this group of people. I know I'm in a chorus of thousands, Margaret, to tell you how much you have meant to me in my life and in my family. And I want to be you when I grow up. I want to be you when I grow up. I've been so lucky to have met such wonderful people, Bailey Harris among them. Thank you so much for coming, Bailey. That was amazing. You have introduced me to my very best friend in the whole wide world. She didn't realize it, but it was it was a surprise birthday for them because it was my birthday, and it was a surprise because we went to my party. But it was all you, and you have been such a wonderful, shining example of how generous someone can be and still be an activist, still very inclusive, and can just get it done. I mean, everybody has said how you just get everything done. So I want to be when I grow up. I don't really have anything profound to say other than that. But thank you so much, and happy and congratulations on another safe trip around the sun, and your own personal welcome to your own personal new year. And I'm so sorry that we have to, oh my gosh, there we are. And I'm so sorry that we have to, we can't meet face to face this year, but maybe next year.
Well, I have my tiara for an in-person party.
Yay!
You love wearing tiaras, so I thought of you.
Oh, well, every woman should have a tiara, or man too. Whoever wants a tiara should be wearing a tiara.
That I'm sharing was so funny because Angie and I go to Dragon Con all the time together, and Angie used to be the doctor for Dragon Con. She would take care of all the injured people, and then we snapped her over to the Skep Track, and she's been so wonderful for us. We picked these outfits out together at a shopping trip at Dragon Con, and we decided we were going to be winches at a pasta con. Remember that?
Oh, yes. I'm glad you didn't put the one up like I'm having a stroke. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Well, I have one more that
is
really special that I wanted everyone to see. And that's when you were the driver for John Delancey.
Yes.
He was our guest at the Dragon Con parade.
Yes, that was wonderful. Thank you so much for having him. It was so wonderful to have him as in our star car. People in the crowds were so welcoming, and I think it's very important to have that sort of outreach. And you just think about it in ways that I just don't. And I'm so grateful to have you on the team.
Thank you, Angie. And thanks for always volunteering to be the driver. Love your car.
No, well, that's my mom's car. Mine is too small, but hers is perfect. So she's been so kind as to generously donate it to our use.
Thank you. Thanks for coming, Angie.
Oh, I couldn't be happier. Congratulations and happy birthday. I can't do it justice. I love you so much.
Love you too, Angie.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
And I did promise Chuck and Kathy, you are up next, and Rob Boston, you are on deck.
So go, Chuck.
Happy birthday.
Hi, Chuck.
Hi.
Hi, Madam Curry.
Hi, and look what I'm wearing
today.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm wearing jewelry with a t-shirt. How about that, Margaret? We are so grateful to be an ongoing part of the education at Dragon Con. Here's a great picture. Chuck, can you say where this is from?
I had heard for years that I needed to meet Margaret Downey. And this picture was the day I met you at Fort Bragg.
Oh, I remember Fort Bragg. We're not seeing the picture, but.
Oh.
You have to do
Oh, yeah, make sure you share screen.
I thought I did.
Let's go back. We got to do share screen, and you got to click on it. Let's try this. Hold on just a second. We're working with technology, guys.
That's fine. 6 months ago, nobody knew what this was.
Can you see it now?
Yeah.
There we
Oh,
go.
yes. Yes. I
Great
remember
picture,
that
Margaret.
picture. Chuck, did you take that picture of me?
I took that picture.
Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorites. And I
So-
talked about the Boy Scouts on stage that day. And the little fleur-de-lis on my hat is symbolic.
So I can't believe it's only been 8 years since we've met you. And then in that same year, it was 2012, we saw you again at American Atheist, at the First Reason Rally, and at Dragon Con.
Yeah.
All in the same year. And you have been such a delight, and the one person we look forward to seeing at all those conventions above all others.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
Margaret, thank you for giving Marie Curie to me. Thank you so much, because I am learning so much, and I use it so many ways to help do what, my passion is around educating kids in the next generation. So thank you.
And they love you. They love to see Madame Curie in that parade. And you play that up so well, going over to the children, touching them, saying hello. You're wonderful. Thank you for being part of it.
Happy birthday.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, Millers. And Rob Boston, you are up. If you could unmute yourself, please. You hit the space button.
Yes, there we go.
Thank you.
Well, I have racked my aging brain trying to figure out and remember when exactly I met Margaret, and I can't figure that out, but I do know that when I met her, I was amazed and thought to myself, who is this dynamic woman, and how can I get her to work with me to defend the separation of church and state? But of course, that was a no-brainer. She was definitely willing to do that. And over the years, she has hosted me for events in Philadelphia, once inviting me to stay in her lovely home, and even made me a totally awesome omelet for breakfast. We've been together at conferences in cities like New Orleans, and most recently, a few years ago, we walked the streets of Paris together at an international conference there, and I snapped a photo of Margaret in front of Notre Dame before the tragic fire there. So we've had so many adventures together over the years. She has honored me by including my book, one of my books on her tree of knowledge. She used a hair dryer to unbaptize me. And I have watched her charm and bring her intelligence and her force of nature to bear in so many cases. And I just want to say, Margaret, it has been a delight to work with you, and to remind you, unfortunately, that as much as you're enjoying this day, we have a lot of work to do repairing the church-state wall. Many bricks have fallen out, you might have noticed, over the past few years. So tomorrow, it's back to work, okay?
Okay. And I have a favorite picture of you from Paris.
Oh, yes.
Reading the Humanist magazine. Rob is a board member of the American Humanist Association, as well as a very not paid enough employee of Americans United for Separation of Church and State. And I love all your work, Rob. It's just an honor to know you. So let's keep in touch and keep working together.
Absolutely. We have a lot of work to do. Thank you, Margaret, for all you've done.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Rob. Let's see. Next, I promised Tom to get him in there because he is on a bit of a time constraint. If you can unmute yourself, Tom, please, I will spotlight you. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Tom Krottenmaker, and I'm a contributing columnist for USA Today and the author of several books. And all of my writing focuses on what's going on at the intersection of religion and belief and politics and culture. And so if you write about this kind of stuff, you're going to meet Margaret Downey, and that has been my good fortune. I have so much appreciation, Margaret, for all that you've done and all that you do for free thought and humanism and the secular community more broadly. But what I really want to emphasize is how supportive Margaret has been to me personally. I'm sure there are many other people who say the same thing. Margaret has been instrumental in creating all sorts of opportunities for me. This has included spreading the word about my books, giving me ideas for USA Today columns, and speaking as a source in some of them. She's helped me get speaking gigs at AHA, and she's invited me to speak for the Freethought Society on more than one occasion. And the most recent of those is a talk I'm giving next month, right, Margaret?
Yes.
I hope all of you will zoom in for that. The date is September 19th.
Yep.
That's all I want to say, Margaret. Thank you for the ways that you've supported me and so many other people. Thanks for all you've done for the greater cause, and happy birthday.
Thank you, Tom. And there's one of his books right there.
I see that. I remember that day.
Yeah, that was American Humanist Association in San Diego, California.
And that was in 2010, I think.
Yeah, yeah. And then there was another time, I don't remember. Oh, was that?
Oh, that was 2010.
Yeah, that was 2010.
And the one you showed first, I think that was 2014, maybe.
Right, right.
Okay, that makes more sense, yeah.
But lots of wonderful books. All of your books are on the Tree of Knowledge, and keep writing. We want more ornaments for the Tree of Knowledge.
More ornaments, okay. That's a great motivator.
Thanks for putting us on the pages of the USA Today whenever you can. We really appreciate it. Our voice is not heard enough, but
True.
we always count on you for rational reporting.
Thank you, Tom, and we're looking forward to your talk next month. I'll be co-hosting
next month.
I'll be co-hosting that with Margaret. Looking forward to speaking with you again.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank
Marjorie. Marjorie, you are up. You are on. If you would unmute, please. Thank you.
Wowee. Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. I'm not going to go over what everybody else already said about Margaret, all of which I agree with wholeheartedly. I will talk about something special that I share with her, which I don't think she shares with any of you, or not too many of you. And that is that when she found out that one of the things I do professionally is portray Susan B. Anthony in what's supposed to be an inspiring one-woman program, she said, "Ooh, won't you come and help me register voters at college campuses? I dress as Alice Paul, and you can dress as Susan B. Anthony, and we'll, encourage these young students, many of whom have just achieved voting age, to vote." So I have had the pleasure of doing that a couple of times. I don't think we'll be able to do that this fall, Margaret, but you never can tell. Oh, there we are. And she always brings the cookies, which is what really gets the students to come over and talk to us, much more so than any of our literature. I wrote a little song for you, Margaret, because that's what I do, and I don't sing as well as the people who are accompanying themselves on guitar. So if you can't tell the tune that I'm singing, just go back to ancient times when Simon and Garfunkel had a little song called Cecilia, and I promise to make it quick. Okay, so here we go. Margaret, we love all your hats, your style's impeccable daily. Oh, Margaret, when requests come from you, we don't know what to do but say yes. Just say yes. Musical interlude, musical interlude, musical interlude. Dressing up in the afternoon with dear Margaret getting kids to vote. Dressing up, I bend down to tie my shoe. When I stand up again, she's found more things to do. Margaret, we love all your hats, your style's impeccable daily. Oh, Margaret, when requests come from you, we don't know what to do but say yes. Just say yes. Music fading out, music's fading out, the song's over. So that's my special birthday gift to you, Margaret. And I hope we can play dress up again sometime soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Marjorie.
Thank you, Marjorie.
You are so clever with the words.
Well, I had a reputation to uphold, so I managed.
And you did.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Thank you, Marjorie. Ian, you're up next. If you could unmute yourself, please, and I'll spotlight you.
Hey. Wow, this is tough. I'm not used to public speaking. Well, hey, first off, happy birthday, Margaret. This is amazing. I want to say everyone has said everything I've already wanted to say, but I need to reiterate. For me, somebody a long time ago, because I've always said if you need to get anything done in this world, and especially in the secular world, you talk to Margaret Downey. And I feel like, unfortunately, I love Margaret so much, and I feel like our relationship has always been lopsided because I'm always calling Margaret for advice, for help, for anything and everything, and she's always there. And I feel like I haven't given anything back, so I'm here for whenever it's time for me to give it back. Margaret, I'm here. But I mean everything from my comedy specials to speaking and doing comedy at every single secular and skeptic event on the planet, all because of Margaret. And somebody once asked me, I think it was my wife asked me, something about, well, which one's Margaret before she met. I said, well, Margaret, if I had to describe Margaret, she's part beauty queen, part etiquette coach, and part pit bull. And it's when I see Margaret, she's just this beautiful woman who, like, on one hand, it's everything seems like prim and proper. Like if you had this table setting on the wrong side, she would correct you. But as soon as something goes wrong, it's like, or she needs to get something done, it's like, look, let me tell you about, all of a sudden she's a mafia boss. And you're like, okay, well, I'm glad the table setting was correct. Otherwise I'd be swimming with the fishes, sleeping with the fishes right now. So anyway, but Margaret, you're just one of my favorite people in the world. And you're a constant champion for justice and for equality, for integrity, for fairness. And you just get things done, everything from Dragon Con. It's always a delight to see you. And every time I look forward, I'm really actually very upset that two of my favorite people that I get to see, there's a handful, but two of my very favorite people that I don't get to see in September are Margaret and Leanne, because we spend a lot of time at Dragon Con every Labor Day weekend. And I'm very upset that we have no leadership and we don't get to go to Dragon Con this year. But 2021, it's going to be great. And I hope to see you before then. And happy birthday. And hey to everybody else out there lots of people that I love that I would like to say hi, Debbie and Allsfield. But Margaret, happy birthday. I love you.
I put up a screen share of you giving back. I mean, I owe you a lot, Ian. This is when you performed at the Friday the 13th event in Fullerton, California. And you were so awesome. You just rock the house. And every year you rock the house at Dragon Con by being our Einstein. All the kids love you. And your family participated once. They were so much fun. Your daughter and your wife. Your wife is the beekeeper in this photo. And I had one more I was going to show you. Oh, you like this one.
Oh, yes.
When you met the amazing Randy.
Yes, that was at the show at Dragon Con. That was fantastic. Although I will say it's a little bit intimidating. Well, this doing comedy for this crowd is always intimidating because I have to get my facts straight. If I do a joke that's factually inaccurate, I'm going to get a physicist or someone correcting me on how something
I
was
know.
off by the micron or something. And I'm like, but yeah, so seeing James Randi in the front seat of my show was both amazing and intimidating.
Right. Well, speaking of Leanne, is she here?
She actually just left. She was she had another Zoom she had to do at 4:30.
Oh,
So she had to go, but
I love her so much.
she's amazing. So yeah, she was on the chat and she was bummed she had to go, but she had another Zoom meeting. So
Yeah, she always portrays Ida B. Wells.
yes,
And she does a marvelous job of that.
absolutely.
And I dress her.
You dress everybody. I don't know. We're just gonna buy you a big moving truck that you can put all of your costumes and stuff in, and just you can just drive it around to the Dragon Con next year.
Well, thank you for being here, Ian. It was very
Yeah.
special.
My pleasure. Have a
Thank
birthday.
you, Ian. Thank you for sharing. And next week we got Lori, who's been waiting. If you could unmute yourself. Thank you.
Hi. So my funny story about Margaret happened because of her penchant for dressing up in costume as characters. It was an atheist conference a number of years ago in Kansas, and Margaret was introducing the slate of guest speakers with in character as the nun Sister Wendy from PBS, and then putting the speakers' faces on great works of art. Well, she hadn't had time to get on stage yet, but she was in costume, and suddenly there was I believe it was a tornado warning, and she didn't want to give away the costume and the character. That was going to be a surprise. So instead of going down to the basement with the rest of us, she went down to the other side with the staff. And after, during a break, she pulled a few of us over and was telling us that while she was down there during this tornado, a bunch of staff said, "Oh, sister, would you pray with us?" And it's just, she's so believable when she plays the character, when she even just dresses up. And I agree with what everyone else has said about you, Margaret. You are there she is. You are the nicest person in this movement, and you have probably 1 million very close, intimate friends, which is not the norm. So we love you, and happy birthday. When there's Julia Sweeney and Bobby Kirkhart, and
That's why I was dressed as Sister Wendy, is because Julia Sweeney mentions Sister Wendy in her Letting Go of God monologue. So since the award was going to Julia, I dressed up as Sister Wendy, and I put Julia's picture inside, like a photoshopped them
and
inside.
it was Venus on the half shell or something, or
Yeah. It was that, and the two farmers.
American Gothic.
American Gothic. And that was really fun. Thanks for remembering that. The employees were obviously Catholic. A lot of them had their rosaries out and wanted me to touch them and hold their hand and pray with them. And I didn't let on that I wasn't a nun, but when I got on stage, I got the dirtiest looks from staff because they realized at that time, oh, it was a joke. Fun times.
Love you, Margaret.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Lori.
One more quick share. You were also one of the favorite people in my father's life.
Oh, Mel. I miss Mel. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Lori was a former senator from Nevada.
State senator, not U.S. Senate.
Right, state senator. I'm always just so proud of the things that you accomplished in your service to the country, and I want to thank you for that, Lori. And thank you for being on the board of the Secular Coalition for America.
Oh,
that's a new position for you, and I love the Secular Coalition for America. I do a lot of lobbying with them, and the new director, Debbie Allen, is a good friend. Is Debbie here?
I think she was, if she is.
I think Debbie Allen.
I'm here. I'm here.
There.
Hi, Margaret.
I'll spotlight Debbie, and then Fred, you're on deck.
Oh, you want me to go? I'd be so proud to go.
As long as we have you up right now, let's get you in there. Hello, Debbie.
Okay.
Nice to hear you.
Hi, Margaret. So my story is I wasn't prepared with anything fancy, Margaret, I apologize. But I met Margaret in 2008 at my first American Humanist Association conference. It was sticking my toe in the water. Back in San Diego, I had gone to a humanist meeting, saw Roy Speckhart speak. I had gone to a Darwin Day lecture and heard someone talk about Darwin and science. And then I heard Lori Lippman Brown come and talk about the Secular Coalition, lobbying on Capitol Hill. And I had to say, I just got to be part of this movement. And that was so many years ago. But at the conference, Margaret was standing by alone behind a desk, petitioning us all to work together to form a unity rally, which eventually became the Reason Rally. And I said, just like Angie, I want to be like Margaret when I grow up. And I'm just a couple years behind you, Margaret, but you have always been an inspiration. And you know, you bring everybody along with you. And we just don't have enough people like you in the world, let alone in our movement. So you've always been a shining example to me. You and Tom have been so generous to me personally and to the movement, and I want to thank you. And one more thing, you are a superb community organizer. Behind me is a picture of you doing Day of the Dead in San Diego, the first ever. I know that you've mentored me, you've entered Victoria de la Torre, and you helped create this wonderful tradition in San Diego, and I want to help you create it everywhere in the United States. It's wonderful. But the reason you succeed is, one, you make it easy for people to say yes. You show up with everything they need to make them successful. And because they're successful and enjoy the experience so much, they're willing to do it again and again and again. And that's your secret. That's your special sauce. And thank you so much for spreading it all over me. Thank you.
Debbie, you have been so special. The very first Secular Coalition for America meeting that you went to was in Los Angeles, and I just happened to have this picture of us. Look how young we look.
Well, I met you a year before that.
Right, right.
DC.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And
yep.
I really was inspired by you stopping at the table, and I was giving away tea bags that said unity.
Yes.
And everybody else was ignoring me, but Debbie stopped by and chatted and signed up to volunteer.
Yeah. It's the way it goes.
Thank you so much for your past support.
Thank you. Happy birthday. It's so much fun to be here and hear from everybody.
Thanks
Thank you,
for coming.
Debbie. Fred, you are up next. If you would be so kind as to unmute yourself. Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Well, I first met Margaret when I was executive director of the American Humanist Association. And I'd like you all to pardon my blurry camera. I'm using some old technology here because I don't have cameras on my computer because I like to go to the bathroom in the middle of what I'm doing. And so that's the way it goes. And so here I am at home in front of my bookcase, and I don't know if this is left, right, reverse for you people, but behind me is it's a 70-year-old birthday card that I was given 2 years ago. So Margaret, now it's your birthday card, even if it's backwards. And I remember I was executive director of the HA, and Margaret came because she wanted to talk to the board of directors about the Boy Scouts of America. And I thought, all right, well, she seems to know something. I've heard of this woman before. And so she shows up all smartly dressed in a business suit, the likes I'd never seen. And I thought, well, here's a professional person. She's going to really give a sales pitch. And sure enough, she did. And before long, she was on the board of directors of the American Humanist Association. And not only that, but, you know, people have mentioned here that she dresses everybody. Well, shoot. She dressed me. She took me to a men's clothing store, and she was pulling suits off the rack and laying them on the floor and then looking at this and looking at that. And how does this match with that? And how does this tie match and whatever? Until the store clerk had to come and say, ma'am, you cannot put those suits on the floor like that. Well, anyway, we picked out a couple of suits and ties and a shirt tie arrangement, and I still have and wear that stuff. So, because I don't buy clothes very often, and I haven't been able to consult with Margaret about what I should buy next. So, therefore, I'm still wearing those clothes because I'm a great believer in keeping wearing stuff. I mean, my dad wore suits from the 1930s until they were fashionable again in the 1960s. So it's kind of a family thing. But anyway, Margaret has always been an inspiration, and we've had her at the American Humanist Association put on lots of workshops and sessions, including on Day of the Dead, which I particularly enjoyed. She puts on a lot of programs. Sometimes some people think some of the things she does are corny. But hey, you can't ignore her. There she is. She's doing all this stuff, and you don't forget Margaret. You remember her, and then you say, well, that was charming, and so on. So we had Margaret frequently at American Humanist Association conferences, and I always enjoyed speaking at the Freethought Society. She hosted me in her home a couple of times, the second time with my wife with me, and we watched interesting videos late into the night, and then I went to bed and Margaret and my wife watched, well, videos they liked late into the night.
Yeah, I love your wife, Martha.
Martha?
I mean,
Mary.
Mary. You know why I did that? Because Mary reminds me of my sister, Martha.
Ah.
Martha is so charming and lovely, just like your wife, Mary. And I just kind of confuse them all the time.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
How is she? Is she there?
Oh, she's around somewhere, but she's always busy doing, she's like you. She's always busy doing something.
Yeah.
And never has time to do anything else. So, therefore, it's kind of like me too, so.
Well, she takes the most beautiful photographs on her walks, and her nature photographs are beautiful to look at. Please encourage her to keep posting on Facebook because we love the things she shares.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we take a lot of nature walks together.
Thanks for joining us, Fred.
Oh, happy to be here. Sorry to be so blurry.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate that. Sheldon, let's switch over to you. If you'd like to unmute yourself, please. You are, floor is yours.
Hey, Margaret.
Hey.
Happy birthday, honey.
Thank you.
First of all, I wanted to say that I know you're growing things, and so I started growing things too. These are apple and orange trees, so I've engaged in a bit of horticultural appropriation, you might say. People have been saying so many sweet things about you today, about how smart you are and how organized and connected, and I don't think enough has been said about how good looking you are. So I'm going to concentrate on that if you don't mind. I first met Margaret at the amazing meeting conference that our good friend James Randi used to hold in Las Vegas. And it was around, I think, 2007. I didn't know who she was, more's the pity. And so I'm sitting in the front row and I'm watching this PowerPoint presentation go on by, I don't even remember.
Lynn Brown's.
It was, you're right, it was. And so Margaret is running the PowerPoint for her. And I looked over and I said to someone sitting next to me, wow, apparently this is a really well-organized conference because they've hired a model to run the PowerPoint presentations. And someone said to me, that's Margaret Downey, as if to say, you idiot, how can you not know who Margaret Downey is? And I said, she's just so beautiful. And they said, well, she's more than a pretty face. And I thought to myself, yeah, but she's a pretty face. That's a really important thing. I think it's your superpower. Not only are you really smart, and that packs a punch, and I'm sure that's interesting to people, but you're gorgeous. And I can't believe you're 70 and you still look like this. It's insane. So I wanted to show just a few gorgeous pictures from our friendship.
Oh.
This was maybe a couple of years after I first learned about you and when we became friends and you were running your anti-superstition booth. And then later on, you showed my picture. Look at my jawline back then. Damn. On your website, and I was so honored, and I thought, oh wow, I've made it. And then we went to the Magic Castle together, and people were looking at us like we were somebody, which we are. And then there we are in front of the Magic Castle looking gorgeous again. And then you started inviting me to shit. And I was like, I can't believe Margaret Downey not only is my friend, but she wants me to give talks and things. And you're the reason I started giving talks, because I was talking to you about something or other, and you said, write a talk. And I thought, hey, I could probably do that. And you said, of course you could do it. Have you seen some of these people? You could do better than this. You're a teacher, for God's sake. So I started writing talks about various things. And then the next thing I know, Margaret's telling people, hey, you should hire Sheldon to come here and give a talk. He's great, blah, blah. So the next thing I know, I'm on stage, and it's all because you're so good looking. So I just wanted to say how much I adore you. I love you. Randy and Davey send their best, by the way.
Oh.
And yeah, I just wanted to chime in and say you're really good looking.
Sheldon, Sheldon, you crack me up. I love being your friend. You are just so funny and so lovable and precious. And one thing I absolutely love about you is you are as meticulous as I am. And to prove that, I am going to share a picture of your closet. At TAM, you invited me to your suite, and I was so impressed with how you had laid out your clothes.
Wearing that tie right now.
And I said, this guy, he's my best friend. He knows, he gets it. He loves fashion.
Absolutely. We're always the best dressed at any conference.
And you're down to the cufflinks and then the embroidery on the cuffs. And I just so love being with you.
Oh, you too.
And
I miss being with you.
Thank you for sharing those wonderful pictures. And I too cherish this picture.
There we are.
Yeah. And I even have a close-up.
Oh, boy. See, we still look good. I mean, that was like a decade ago, but yeah, we look great. There is a science to this, you know, the halo effect. I mean, people make assumptions about you based upon your looks. And I think that you being so beautiful really is a superpower, and you use it for good. You're not just some vapid airhead that goes around saying, yeah, I love Jesus or whatever. I mean, you get in people's faces or you smile and get charming. And I just adore it. I think it's so cool. And I also, I wanted to add this in. I also love that whenever you've introduced me to so many important people, like people I don't deserve to know. And you always say, like, you'll tell Julia Sweeney, you need to meet Sheldon. Yep. Instead of the other way around. I always thought that was such a great strategy. Oh no, Richard Dawkins, you should meet Sheldon. It's so cool. I love that about you. So happy birthday and many more.
Thank you. Remember when you gave the speech at Logical and you were talking about going into the enemy fire, sort of spying on what people were doing with gay conversion therapy?
Yeah.
And you said, and I deserve an award for my acting because, you know, I had to fake it. And then I ran out to the lobby and I got one of those fake Oscars and gave it to you.
I remember that. I won something. I finally won.
Yes.
That was really
Your
sweet.
acceptance speech was a little too long, but
They had to get the hook.
well, thanks for all the fun times, Sheldon. And I
Oh,
look
sure.
forward to so many more with you, my friend.
Me too. Happy birthday.
Happy fashion.
Thank you, Sheldon. Thank you. We've got Tom and Lindsay waiting on deck. I will spotlight you.
Tom, hi.
If you'd like to unmute, thank you.
Hello, Margaret.
Nice to see you.
Likewise, likewise. So, Sheldon took my entire bit about you being good looking, so I can't do that anymore. I have to start from scratch. No, but for real, I'm really glad that I could make it here. And also how many people came to this. It's a sign that you don't, you smash a number of the stereotypes that might go along with the secular community, a bit of bitterness, resentfulness or jadedness, and you don't get much of that vibe from you. And I think a lot of people realize that, so they appreciate your warmth, and they're mirroring it back to you just now in this event. So I'm glad that I'm seeing so much of it from everybody. I was curious. Of course, you know about my memory situation. So I searched for you in my email to see when was the first mention of you. And I see here that it was change in FSGP presidency for back in November of 2009?
9, yeah.
Like, incredible that you've been involved in that sense. And wow, congratulations that it's been so long and the work that you've continued to do.
Well, actually, Thomas, I founded the Freethought Society in 1993. And I had to leave to be the president of the Atheist Alliance. So my assistant at the time took over the presidency, Sally Kramer. And then after 2 years of being with the Atheist Alliance, I decided to come back to the Freethought Society because they were just about to fold. And so we changed it from the Freethought Society of Greater Philadelphia to just the Freethought Society. And we did an outreach nationwide, and we became much more viable in the community of Freethought. And I've been happy ever since because
wow. Well, it benefited from your work. It benefited from your efforts, clearly. And maybe someday, you have the shell, right? It has the logo of like the conch shell. Maybe another time you can explain to me why that is. I was a little curious.
We had a contest back in 2010. And we asked people to submit logo ideas and designs. And so I published all of them, and we had a vote, and that was the one that won.
Okay, well, that's a great explanation. Lovely. Okay, so I am going to be looking over the latest newsletter, of course, and returning that to you in the near future, okay?
Thank you, Thomas. I want to thank you for being such a wonderful volunteer. You do a spectacular job on our newsletter proofreading. But Thomas is also a very good public speaker, and he is now on our Speakers Bureau page. You can look him up. He has a wonderful experience that he likes to convey about him being in a terrible incident, an accident, and he lost his memory abilities, but how he coped, how he changed, how he grew, how he became the person he is today. And you wouldn't even know that this had happened to him. He's brilliant. And I'm so honored to know you.
And I'm flattered. If anybody's curious, feel free to reach out to me. I'm involved in the invisible disability community and in the TBI community. So yeah, feel free to reach out. And thank you for that compliment on what is your birthday. All right, compliments are to you, okay? So thank you, dear, and wish you well.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, Scott Romanowski. We may not have video, but I think we're going to spotlight you now.
Hello,
Scott,
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, yes.
Okay, unfortunately, I don't have video on my desktop. I tried to connect with my laptop, but couldn't even get your audio on that, so imagine me. Margaret, happy birthday. I'm one of those people that sort of you dragged into the greater circle of skeptic community, and I want to thank you for that. All the times you invited me to come down to Philly for the Friday the 13th parties were just fun. And it was fun when I got to use you as a volunteer at one of the TAMs, you and Tom, 2013. So I just want to say thank you and happy birthday, and hope to be doing this again in another. Okay.
I thought I'd
Yes,
put that up because that was the time that Tom and I volunteered at TAM. And after TAM was over, I invited you to go to the Penn and Teller show with us.
and brought me into the green room. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they invited us to the green room, and I took this picture of you with Penn.
Yeah.
And I also took a picture of you with Teller.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yes. Thank you. I've got both those pictures. You sent those to me.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
Well, that was a very fun conference, and you worked so hard. It was the least I could do. They were so welcoming to us to go back to the monkey room.
Yeah, that was nice of them. And I was glad to be in your circle that night. Okay, so one last time, happy birthday and take care. I'll be hanging around, but now I don't have to worry about not getting a chance to say happy birthday to you. So take care.
I have one quick funny story.
Yes?
You were on a business trip and you called me one day and you said, Margaret, I have a mirror that I want to bring over for your next Friday the 13th event. And I said, oh, great, they're expensive and we break them anyway. So yeah, bring it over. And you put the mirror in the garage, and the next event was the following year. And I took care of that mirror. I was going to make that the mirror that we were going to break. And on the day of the party, I went to move the mirror into the van, and the mirror broke.
Yes, I remember that. That was not just any mirror, it was a mirror from a projection TV, so it was higher quality than normal, but it was free, so it was okay to break it.
Right? But just my luck.
And someone mentioned that you always have an advantage in board games. I wasn't going on a business trip. I was going off to a board gaming convention.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
So next time we're at something, we'll have to brush off our board games.
Okay.
Okay. Take care and don't break any more mirrors.
I won't. Heidi's going to cut some cake. Does anyone in the audience have any cake to eat?
Can you send Uber Eats to my apartment? That looked like a good cake, the one I saw. If it hasn't been cut yet, I would love some of that. But bit of a drive.
Can you spotlight Heidi? She's going to cut.
Oh, yes. Let's find Heidi.
Oh, but I have some ice cream sandwiches.
Oh, who's that?
Sweet tea.
Hi, Sweet Tea. There's the cake.
Heidi, can you unmute yourself, please?
So we have banana teenies, Margaret.
Oh,
just telling you.
Great. So Tom and Cameron, you need to come up and get your cake.
I hear the chairs moving. I can hear them.
Do you guys need a song leader? Because there's a music teacher online.
Okay, that'd be great. Go ahead.
We call this geese in a blender because it's a mess, but we can do it anyway.
Okay.
Everybody unmute. You ready? Here we go. Everybody unmute and sing Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Margaret. Happy birthday to you.
and many more.
Always invite a music teacher to a birthday party.
Good idea.
There's ice cream in the kitchen if you like. So who is next?
We've got Melissa.
Melissa's here.
Yes, let me spotlight Melissa. Melissa, if you could take yourself, I guess you are unmuted, so I will spotlight. There you go. And if everybody else that is not speaking right now, if you wouldn't mind just muting, that helps keep the noise down. Thank you. Melissa, the floor is yours.
Okay, I'm going to show a picture. Hold on, let me get back to share my screen here. When I first met Margaret, and let's see if it works. Kind of. Okay, hold on. Here we go. We were at SciCon in 2016, and we actually met sitting in the audience to like the Tournament of Kings at the Excalibur Hotel, and just hit it off right away. I think looking for the bathroom, and she just like everybody said, she is just charming and wonderful and just lovely, and just. She kind of took me under her wing. I was a very recent atheist, wasn't even out yet as one. And hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to get back to my meeting here. Okay, well, I'll see if I can find the other picture too. Oh, here's another one. But we just became friends, and she introduced me to many people, and I just really admired you, Margaret, for just all of the amazing work that you do, the way you are. You're very inspirational and dedicated, and you really just take the bull by the horns, and I admire that so much, and I've really enjoyed our friendship. I know the last year or two has been a little bit less. I've been a lot more involved with my kids and having to be a mom of little kids and stuff like that, but we got to work together at the first Logical, and that was just a wonderful, crazy but wonderful time to get to know each other. And I just want to wish you the best and happy birthday, and I hope that sometime soon we'll get to see each other again. But
I love your children. Your children are so talented and beautiful,
and neither of them believes in God.
Yeah, and they're smart too.
But happy birthday, Margaret. This has been so much fun listening to all of your different stories and seeing pictures and just poems and songs, and I mean, what a great thing, and thank goodness for technology.
Such wonderful friends, and you included, Melissa. Thank you.
And it's not over yet. Let me tell you, we still have videos online to go. Catherine, you are the next commenter, birthday well-wisher. After you, we'll do some videos. And please, if anybody wants to get in the queue to say anything, let me know. Catherine,
hi,
floor is yours.
Margaret. Hi, Margaret. I just wanted to say happy birthday, and also I didn't realize how famous you are, so it's like kind of like overwhelming. But yeah, you're like really inspiring to me, and like I don't think I heard about that 10 Commandments thing, but that was like really cool. Like I'm sure you really pissed off a lot of people, so that's like really inspiring to me that you're like ballsy enough to like do something like that. And also like the meetups, that you have to do those once a month meetups. Like there was like the Black Atheist Women one, and I forget what the other ones were. I just don't remember. But like all those like once a month Saturday events that you have organized, they were like really cool and fun and like just like educational and like learning new things. And yeah, I really appreciate it. I didn't realize like how like intense like the whole organization thing is, and like that I didn't even know that you were the president of this Freethought Society.
Well, we met through Dabblers, so you know there was no reason to bring it all up, but I'm glad you were here and you could share my life with me.
Well, yeah, that is where I met you. I just knew you were Michael's friend. That's about it.
Yeah, and I'm so fortunate to have a friend like Michael.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm thrilled to be involved with this, Margaret. It's amazing to be here and experience all this, because I've known for many years what a great person you are, and to be able to collaborate with you as we have many times over the years, not just with these monthly Zooms or your birthday or a trivia night or the monthly lectures, but everything back to the Frigatrisca Decaphobia parties. And it's just, you were one of those people that before I met you, I heard about you. I knew of who you were before I actually met you. So it was a bit meeting a celebrity, somebody that knew everybody. So when I got to know you and you wanted to work with me and collaborate with me, that was just an honor and a privilege. And to this day, every time we do something together, I'm just thrilled to be working with Margaret Downey. So, Catherine, sorry, I didn't want to.
And I just wanted to add that you look great for 70, like really good. Like it's like no wrinkles or anything. Like you don't look 70.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And now Bruce Gleason has joined us. And Bruce would like to say a few words. Bruce, I'm going to spotlight you now if you'd like to unmute.
Oh, good.
Thank you. And thank you, Catherine.
Yeah, thank you, Michael.
Hello, Margaret. How you doing?
Fine.
I hope you're having fun after 2.5 hours of celebration for your birthday.
It's not over yet.
That's incredible. I didn't know how long this would go, but it just proves that how many friends and acquaintances and people that respect you are all around the U.S. And I can't imagine anybody who's influenced somebody, unless you're into politics. You should run for something, really. You know, gee whiz. Anyway, Margaret, you know how much I respect you and how much I owe you for helping me out with both conferences many times. We've had 3 Logicals and 4 or 5 Freethought Alliances. And I would have had at least another Logical except for this COVID thing. There's so many speakers that are happening that I've just postponed it entirely until we get a vaccine going. And I hopefully will be able to help some more in the future.
I don't know about that.
Well, I'm going to ask. I'll let you know right now. I'll put you on the books right now. You know what I mean. I know if you're real busy, that's fine. But Margaret, I can't say any more than anybody else has said because I don't have any great stories of you. I'm trying to think what type of fun stuff have we done together, and I'm sure it's in the back of my brain somehow, somewhere. But
Well, the Golden Globes Awards.
Yes.
The Golden Globes Awards, where I purposely stood next to the man who hated fags, and his sign was like really awful. And I talked to him for an hour and a half and finally convinced him that he should not be a bigot. And at the end of it, he hugged me and I said, please reconsider the humanity that you're hurting by being a bigot. And it was quite an experience. And you took me to that.
Well,
it was after a Sunday assembly, and you took me to this.
We went together downtown Hollywood and went to that. It was a presentation for the movie stars, and you were talking to one of those guys. I'm trying to think of the right sex. It's only like 18 people.
Willowbrook.
The what?
Or some kind of church that hates gays.
Yes, that's right. I mean, they're the ones who put the big signs out. And you tried to convince somebody, a young man there, probably 18 or 19 years old, part of the family, and I could see that he was not letting you in.
Well, he did eventually.
Well, was
fun times,
that the Globe Awards? Is that where we were going?
Yeah, that was at the Golden Globes.
I did not get the end of that. So, wow, you really convinced him then. Okay, well, that's great for you because I must have fled off with some other crowd watching all the celebrities come in. That was really fun.
That was.
So I hope you have a great birthday, Margaret. You are the greatest. I can't think of anybody that has done more for the secular community than you have, and I hope that you realize that you are respected, probably worldwide, if we get people from that you've been in contact with in other countries. Is anybody here from other countries, Michael?
Oh, let me think. We are nationwide right now. Anybody outside the borders of America? I don't know. Somebody raise your hand if you're outside of the States.
My niece was supposed to join us from Australia, but she couldn't
I
make
don't
it.
even know if Zoom goes worldwide. I'm assuming it does, but there might be
This is
some.
what my niece sent me from Australia.
Oh, very nice.
Beautiful bouquet of flowers.
Wow, from
Very
Australia.
nice.
That must have been expensive.
Yeah.
It wasn't from Australia, was it? It was just ordered here in the
Or
US.
ordered
Right?
from.
Okay, good deal. Anyway, Margaret, I'll let you go. I've been watching you for 2.5 hours. Very impressive. Very impressive. I promise to not put a cross on your tombstone.
Okay.
That was horrible. That was horrible. I'm going to go.
Thank you, Bruce. Good to see you. Let's see, we have Donna. Let's see, I'm not sure how to pronounce the name since I'm going off. Donnerdell, you are on now. If you'd like to unmute yourself, please.
Hello, Margaret. Can you hear me? I'm glad I got to go near the end. You've heard so much about how many people admire you and how much they owe to you and all the good stories about their connections with you. I thought I could sum them all up by describing an event, a short image I have of the Ingersoll statue rededication in 2016 when I got you by the side the day before I had read an Ingersoll poem. I loved it so much I thought, I'll tell Margaret about this, and I forgot half of it all the way through. But since the major theme of this gathering today has been about how much love you've been getting, I thought this would be a good time to try once again, since it's only a 30-second poem.
Okay.
So here goes, wish me luck. Love is the only bow on life's dark cloud. It is the morning and evening star. It shines upon the baby and sheds its radiance on the quiet tomb. It is the mother of art, inspirer of poet, patriot, and philosopher. It is the air and light of every tired soul, builder of every home, kindler of every fire and every hearth. It was the first to dream of immortality. It fills the air with music, for music is the voice of love. It is the magician, the enchanter, that changes worthless things to joy and makes royal kings and queens of common clay. It is the perfume of that wondrous flower, the heart. Without that sacred blossom, that divine swoon, we are less than beasts, but with it, earth is heaven, and we are gods. Margaret, you're a god to all these people, a goddess, I should say, and we do all love you.
Thank you so much. That is my very favorite Ingersoll prose, and I couldn't have asked for a nicer man to convey it today. Thank you so much. It's really, that particular prose is what I use in almost every wedding that I perform. And I think I performed that for the Shrivers. Did they? They said.
Yes, we have a video. Yes, we have a. I'm going there next. Yes.
Okay.
Margaret, I wish I had known that because you were a judge in the second Ingersoll contest, and I did the Lotus Club speech. But had I known, I would have done love.
The Lotus Club speech. Zenos, are you still here? Because Zenos took me to the Lotus Club, and we got.
I didn't know it still existed. There have been 5 of them.
Yeah, and
I'm here.
He is there. Yes.
Hear what he said?
I'm here.
That he had presented the speech that Ingersoll gave at the Lotus Club.
The 20th anniversary speech.
Yeah. And I got to see, thanks to Zenos, I got to see the menu and the picture of Ingersoll's visit there.
Oh my goodness.
It was very special.
I bet.
Well, we got to restore Ingersoll, which was nice.
And the occasion was very nice as well in Des Moines, in Peoria.
All right, I'll mute myself.
So speaking of the Shriver video and secular officiation, would you like to watch that video now?
Yes.
All right, let me share screen here. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. Let's try this. 1 second. Spotlight you again, Margaret. Let's share the screen and.
Happy birthday, Margaret.
Happy birthday, Margaret.
A little over 13 years ago, on June 30th, 2007, you officiated our unique atheist Buddhist wedding in Julian, Pennsylvania.
Before that day, you had helped us fight for a self-uniting marriage license when we were initially turned down by the Clerk of Orphans Court. Thanks to you, we won our battle against the court and we got our license.
We will always remember this experience, not just as our wedding day, but as the day we stood up for our rights and the rights of the atheist community.
Our kids, Hector, Darwin, and Huxley, are some of the recent products of that union that you helped make over 13 years ago.
Happy birthday, Margaret. Happy birthday, Margaret. Happy birthday, Margaret.
Excellent. Are the Shrivers in here by any chance?
That was so sweet.
Let's see here. I was wondering, let's see if, I'm not sure if they're in the room or not. I wasn't sure if they were going to be on or not. So anyways, we've got some more videos. Let's see. Another one of your many talented friends, Margaret, Roy Zimmerman, has sent along a video, and I'm going to queue up Mr. Zimmerman's video here. Very good. There it is. Let's share screen. And there we are, Mr. Zimmerman.
Another trip around the sun is done, is done, is done, is done. So loosen up and have some fun. Hey, Margaret, it's your birthday. The candles say 70. We don't know how that's possible.
Sorry, is that sharing screen?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It didn't show that it was sharing screen, so I wasn't sure if you were hearing that. Well, you get to hear it from the start again.
Okay. It was great.
Oh, let me pull. Give me just 1 second to reopen that. Sorry, I was looking for the little insignia at the top that said it was sharing screen, and it wasn't saying anything, so I wanted to stop. Here we go. Yeah, he's got a great video here. Here we go. All right. Share screen. Thank you all for being patient. This just takes a second. Why is that not showing? Hold on. And okay, that should do it. Well, and if anybody would like to join the queue for comments, please do. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to open this video and play it.
How about Abby? I see Abby there. Hi, Abby. And I see your hands. And Christine's here. And Patrick. And Ellen. Oh my goodness. Oh Mike Reed. Jason and Andreas came. Hi, Andreas. Hi, Evan. Hi, Glenn.
And
you have so many friends, Margaret.
Oh, there's Roy.
Yeah, that'll teach me to play with technology. All right, I should have left it alone.
Another trip around the sun is done, is done, is done, is done. So loosen up and have some fun. Hey, Margaret, it's your birthday. The candles say 70. We don't know how that's possible when you're only 39 again. Hey, it's your day. It's your birthday. Why? Because we love you. Happy birthday, Margaret, from Melanie and me. We're proud of the work you do and happy to call you a friend.
Now, is Roy in here?
I'm going to send him a note. That was so fun.
Fantastic. Yeah, that was oh, here we go. Oh, we spotlighted. All right, let's see. Coming up next, I think you mentioned Gleb. And Gleb, Gleb has sent a video as well, which I will pull up now. Hopefully this should go easier to sharing than the last one. All right, share screen. Oh yes, this is working just the way we need it.
Hi, Margaret. Wishing you the happiest of birthdays. I really look forward to seeing you at DragonCon or elsewhere once this COVID-19 situation dissipates. And I look forward to many more years of collaboration with you. Thank you again for everything you do. Happy birthday.
Such a nice guy.
Good sized book collection back there too.
Yeah.
So you guys met through DragonCon, is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, he gave a speech about truth in politics. And he has an effort to have politicians sign a truth promise where they would be checking facts and conveying only truth and reason in their political campaigns, as well as their service to the country.
Excellent. All right. Well, I'm going to pull up another video here. On the surprise video, let's see who's next. Who do we still have? Oh, the Randall family. Jim Randall was Margaret's attorney for the Boy Scout case. So let me pull up that video. This is a nice one. All right. Share screen. Oh, share screen. And there we are. Randall family.
Happy birthday to the magnificent Margaret from the Randalls.
What a great family. They were so inspirational. Jim was their attorney as well. He was also the attorney that represented a young lady who was ousted from the Girl Scouts in California. And when he took the case, the Girl Scouts went into court one time only. His arguments in front of the judge caused the judge to look over at the Girl Scout representative and said, "Do you really want to represent bigotry?" And within 6 months, the Girl Scout organization passed a resolution that no one would ever be questioned about their religion when they signed up for the Girl Scouts. But the Boy Scouts still remain obstinate and require a declaration of religious principles. He represented me in Westchester, Pennsylvania, when I filed my complaint with the Pennsylvania Human Relations Commission, and he did a wonderful job. But we lost because at that time, the case went to the Supreme Court under a different plaintiff who was suing for gay rights. And that plaintiff caused the Boy Scouts to say that they were a private organization and could discriminate against whoever they wanted to discriminate against. So the Boy Scouts still get funding, they still get money from the government, they still get gratuities from the government, but they still discriminate against the atheist community. And I think we have Patrick Innes, who was with me from the very beginning. He's now a Freethought Society board member. Is Patrick willing to say anything? Hi, Patrick.
Yeah, thank you, Margaret. I was just listening to all the high praise that was piled on you by the other speakers, and they didn't leave me a whole lot to say, you know. I just remember, I think we first actually met, I think it was 1993 maybe in Austin, if I'm remembering correctly. And I mean, I've had a lot of admiration for you and all the work you've done ever since then, and well, before then actually, because, you know, we did a lot of networking over the whole Boy Scout thing. And I was really into that for a while. And one of the things that really impressed me about the whole arc of your career is that you never let up, Margaret. I mean, you're there for the duration. You know, you've got the energy, you've got the dedication, and I think somebody else mentioned your generosity. And it doesn't really mean a whole lot about that, you know, with the energy and dedication if you aren't really willing to give and to do things that are important. And I think that's kind of what separates you from the rest, certainly for me, because, you know, I still do stuff, but I don't do stuff as much for other people as you do. And that's what really, you know, makes you such a great ambassador for Freethought. And really, you know, you provide like a service to humanity, really. I don't think I'm exaggerating by saying that, because you just had John Davidson on a little while ago talking about the difference you made to him. And I'm sure there's countless other stories about that, because you've been doing this for decades. I know you've reached a number of people, and I'm pretty sure you probably reached more people than even you realize. So I just want to say happy birthday, of course, but I also want to say thank you for everything you've done. And I really appreciate knowing you and working a little with you. I can't keep up with your pace, but just being associated with you has been really an honor for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. And thanks for being a board member. We love having you on board.
Thank you, Patrick, for sharing. That was very nice. Margaret, your next video share comes from a friend that you've spent time with at Dragon Con. You've been to a 25-year anniversary party. You've done voter registration in Cheney University. You've done the opening of a 20s magic show and shared a suffrage speech. Do you have any idea who I'm talking about?
My dear friend, Christine Jones.
That would be her. She's got a video for you here. Let's play that now. Why did that stop right there?
It was beautiful.
Let's try that again. I don't know why that stopped. If I refresh it.
I see she has a glass of wine there.
Yes, very elegant setting. Let's see if I can jump ahead.
Hey, Margaret! Happy birthday, my friend! As you can see, I'm already in a festive mood, ready for the party. And with you, my friend, it's always a party. Whether it's dressing up in costume, dancing, writing lyrics to a song together, or simply sharing a bottle of wine. We always have fun. So can't wait to see everybody and to be part of your landmark birthday celebration. Looking forward to some fun times. Cheers.
Ching ching.
Thank you, Christine. I believe she's in here. Yes, Christine.
I'm unmuting myself.
Nice to see you, my friend.
That was so fun. Well, we always have so much fun. And I was just going back. I was trying to figure out when I met Margaret, because I feel like I have known her for 20 years. But I looked back on just if my records, my photographs. I've only known her since 2014, which really isn't that long. But and we met. I'll tell you where we met, because I'm going to share my screen. Can I do that?
Yes, I believe you got permission to do so.
Okay, let me do that right now. But we met at this.
Yes.
So you guys were talking about this earlier. I'm going to do it right now. Give me a second here. That's it. Can you see that?
Oh, yes. Yes, we did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys were talking about that earlier. So this
That's
is at the
the
Golden
problem.
Globe that you were saying the Golden, and this is a guy that you were saying that you talked to for a half an hour, or I don't know how long you said, but he actually, did you say he decided not to do that kind of, this was with the West, it was with the Westboro Baptists. That's who we were, So we were there protesting against them. But did he decide to just give it all up?
I don't know for sure, but
okay.
I felt that I made headway with him because he did hug me and talk about the humanity of what he was doing, and he would rethink that, he said.
So that was awesome. But that's where we met, and it's been a fun ride ever since then. I feel like I've had a lifetime of experience with Margaret since 2014. I have dressed up as a sexy nurse and did a dance routine with Margaret. I've been Hypatia in the Dragon Con parade. I've been Frida Kahlo at the Day of the Dead event. I've been a gypsy at the American, and I've been a suffragist, and so many things. So it's been so much fun. I have learned the joy of dressing up in costume from Margaret. And I want to thank you, Margaret, for being such a terrific friend. I felt like the day we met, we were just like, I was just this magnetic attraction to this woman. And it's been like that ever since. So thank you so much for your friendship, Margaret. Oh, look at that. Not a suffragist. That's a suffragist, right?
No, that was an abolitionist.
Oh, an abolitionist. See, I can't keep track of all the things that we've been. That was an abolitionist.
Confusing you.
That was with our friend Steve Hill, who's up in Lancaster. And there's Frida. There's Frida. Margaret has, I was looking for these pictures. I have like tens of thousands of photographs, and I just could not, I just didn't have time to, but you found them. Yay, thank you. That was Frida Kahlo, and that was in San Diego at the Day of the Dead event in San Diego. So that was so much fun. We were flappers together. We did a little stage dance routine as a flapper. It's been quite an adventure. So thank you so much, Margaret, for being such a wonderful friend and for all you do. Oh, there she has more.
That was like 3 or 4 years ago?
That was at the Day of the Dead. That was Los Angeles, I think. That was Los Angeles Day of the Dead event.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and it's been such a wonderful ride. Thank you for being such a dear friend, Margaret, and for all you do in the free thought world. As everyone has said, you are just priceless advocate for free thought and a priceless friend.
Well, I adore you. You have been so much fun to be with, because a lot of people would just tell me to go fly a kite, but
that was a speakeasy.
That was Long Beach.
It was so much fun.
That was in Long Beach.
We opened the magic show by getting up on stage and talking about, in the 1920s, women getting the right to vote. They threw away their girdles, they threw away their bras, and they learned a Charleston. And that's what we did. We Charlestoned on stage, throwing candy out to the audience.
Yeah.
And then the show began.
One thing I remember from that show that I've seen you do a couple times now, Margaret, whenever we're at an event and the person on stage says, somebody give me a number, I need a random number, you always give them 666 as soon as possible. I love it.
Or 13.
Or 13, yeah.
So it's been quite a ride. It's been a wonderful time, and it's only just beginning. We've got many more memories to create together.
Thank you for being a good sport with everything. Actually, I have a nickname for Christine. I love to dress her up so much, I call her my little doll.
She does, yeah.
Thank you,
Not
Christine.
so little these days. I think I put on about 20 pounds, so not so little. I don't dare weigh myself. I'm just a guess.
Well, you won't fit in the costumes I reserved for you.
No, I've got till till we have a vaccine, and then by then I better be able to fit into things again.
Thanks for coming and joining us, Christine.
Thank you, Margaret.
And thank you for that lovely piano playing. That was so beautiful. And you know that's my favorite song to play when I'm putting my puzzles together late at night.
Well, when you mentioned that, I thought, no, I'm not going to play that entire piece, but I thought I'll just throw a little bit of it in there just for fun.
Well, I wanted to run over and get my puzzle.
Speaking of songs, we've got 3 more on cue. The next one is from your friend from the Cleveland Humanist Alliance, Megan Denman. So we will play that now.
Hi, it's Megan Denman from Cleveland Humanist Alliance. Happy birthday, Margaret.
Please hold.
Should I stand by?
Stand by. Not sure why that's pausing.
I know.
Let me minimize the screen a bit. Maybe it'll use
Mendelssohn's Song Without Words, Opus 85, number 4. Hope you enjoyed. Happy birthday.
I loved it. I loved it. Isn't she talented?
That was fantastic.
Oh, wow.
You have a lot of very talented musical friends that are coming out in droves. I've got a couple more videos to share with you. Let's see. Songwriter who has written many songs about your hero, Thomas Paine, Mr. James Clue.
Is James here?
Good question. James, if you're here, please unmute yourself while I'm pulling up your video.
Maybe not.
If he's not here, he's here in spirit, so to speak. Let me pull up the video. He's got a nice video clip here, and I will share it with you now. All right, here we are.
Hello, Margaret. Happy birthday. Could we always live in love and always be sincere? I would not wish for heaven above, 'cause my heaven would be here. Though many countries countries I have seen, the more me chance to see. My little corner of the world is half the world to me. The other half, as you may guess, America contains. And thus between them I possess the whole world for my veins. Fiery chariot now, take me off from hence, but leave me on this heavenly ground. My prayer is common sense. Let others choose another plan. I mean no fault to find. The truth, the old dream of man is happiness of mind.
Isn't he fantastic?
Love that. I love that. Nice blues on a Sunday afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Thomas Paine, is Gary Burton still here?
Unless he's under a different name, I don't see him in the list. He may have been here
earlier, but he probably had to go.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
My Thomas Paine historian.
We're already getting comments in the chat that we need to do this again for 71. What are you doing in a year? What are you doing in a year?
I don't think so.
Hopefully we're not doing this on Zoom in a year. It'd be great to see all of you in person. I have another video that I would like to share. Let's see. That is, in fact, what a good closer video. This is Abraham Mackey. He's recorded a greeting along with a version of your favorite song. Anybody know what Margaret's favorite song is?
It must be, I know what it is, I can't think of it. I can't think of the name.
How could you forget? Let me see here. I'm going to, Abraham Mackey, where are you? Here it is.
And he's here live, I see him.
Like the popsicle toes.
Let me get this queued up before it starts. And, all right. Abraham, you are in here. Hello. I'm going to spotlight you and I'm going to play your video and we'll come back to you as soon as your video's done. How's that sound? Let's do that. Margaret, here you go.
On this, your 70th birthday. Wow. You know, that means you're entering your 8th decade. But listen, don't let that throw you. I crossed that threshold a while back, and there's still some good living to be done. So, to commemorate this day, we've chosen this song for you. Living for today. Ooh, imagine there's no country, there's naught to do, nothing to kill or die for, no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions, wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger, brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you join us and the world will live as one. Happy birthday, Margaret, and all that you've done with the Freethought Society. From our heart to yours.
That was so beautiful. So
John, that was fantastic.
fantastic.
Thank you, John.
It's Abraham.
Abraham, I'm sorry. I was thinking about my brother there for a second. And
I thought you were thinking about John Lennon.
oh, that could have been it too. I was reading John, and Abraham. There's a trio.
Yes. I mean, John Lennon's legacy in that song has given us so much in such simple words. And, you know, I spent 32 years deeply involved in evangelical Pentecostal Christianity. So I am an escapee.
Yay.
And getting to know, you know, just watching this video today and having people talk to you and the different people and what they've said and the things they've shown, there's so much I've missed. There's so much I'd like to yet be a part of. And I'm so glad to get to know you. And I hope in the days ahead, we can do more.
Abraham, we were instant friends. We e-met, you know, on the internet.
Yes, to our friend Luann Sherman.
Yeah.
It was, in fact, it was her picture taken with you that she had on her Facebook page that I thought, those two women have got it.
Well, you have been an absolute joy in my life. The concerts that you put on have been remarkable on the internet. I would advise everybody to Facebook friend Abraham Mehta because he puts on the best concerts, and he raises.
And I'm Abraham Steve Mackey on there, and that's another whole story about that. But anyway, just so they know.
He normally raises money for the homeless. And late last night, I didn't even know he did this. He put on a late night concert to raise money for the Freethought Society, which was so sweet. Abraham, I got up in the morning and I saw that. And I thought, oh my gosh, I missed the whole thing. But you can view it through my Facebook page because I shared that. I understand the power went out, so you had to kind of, but that's okay. Just the thought that went behind all of that was so special to me. And I've enjoyed being your friend. I also put my puzzles together when I'm listening to your concerts. And I highlighted you in the July-August.
I know. Thank you. Thank you.
Great work.
Hope we can sing some songs and maybe it, you know, when you start having gatherings again, I want to be there and do something.
I will send for you. I will use my last dollar to send for you. Thank you for being here too.
Abraham, I don't know if you've seen in the chat yet, but it sounds like you and all the others have passed the audition and you are starting a band. Sheldon wants to start a band.
I would love to be able to do one of those, you know, the Music for the World videos. I don't know if you've seen them, but they've got all these different windows and each musician is doing their part in it. And I thought, God, that'd be a great way to do a band.
Yeah. And Sheldon is not just another pretty face.
Oh, well, he is a darling man. I must admit. And one look at his closet, and I thought, oh, there's someone special.
The good news is he came out of the closet.
I was going to make the same joke. I was going to say, after I came out of there, there's so much more room.
Oh, my God.
I should have gone upstairs to take a picture of my closet. It's all color sectioned off.
Oh my God. Well, all I've got are my guitar playing t-shirts in there. So I've got Captain America and the Beatles and Jimi Hendrix, and there I am. And then you see on the wall behind me, that's me dressed up right there, Margaret. I was Dami in Tartuffe.
Oh, yes, you have theater background. I forgot about that.
Yes,
yeah.
I shaved my head, and I was Daddy Warbucks.
Ooh, I bet that was really interesting.
Oh yeah.
Well, Abraham, I adore you. I can't wait to meet you in person and give you a big hug. Thank you so much for being a part of my birthday. And you know, that song, Imagine, is the song that we usually close out all of our events with. Everybody who volunteers during the event, we gather on stage and we sing that song together. But I don't want to end this event. If there's anyone else that likes to talk, I don't want to end it just now. If there's anybody else.
Too much fun, huh? Abraham, thank you for your video. That was a pleasure to receive and then put into the lineup, and it was a great one to end on for sure. Even though we're not ending yet.
Thank you so much.
Great last birthday song to play.
Happy birthday, peace and love.
Thanks, Abraham.
Onward.
Yes, now is the time. It's open forum. If anybody would like to pop on in or message me in the chat that you'd like to say something. Abby, very good job, Abby. Let's start with you. I'm going to highlight you here.
Thank you so much.
Great.
Hi, Abby.
Hi there. Okay, I've just unmuted myself. And, you know, people have talked about how hard you work and how gorgeous you are. And Christina did kind of get into what I wanted to talk about, which is just how much fun it is to be around you. You know, that Friday the 13th party that you have, you know, I have had to, you know, finish my teaching, get on a plane to Philadelphia, and it's all hard and tiring and all of this kind of thing. And then I arrive at this rocking party. And that is just so much fun. And frankly, my colleagues back home are jealous when they hear about it. And, you know, going to Dragon Con and doing the parade. And as someone earlier said, you know, you make it easy to do these things. I said, you know, I'm going to Dragon Con. There we are. Yes, there. Margaret just said, oh, you could be a banner carrier. You'd be doing me a big favor. It's like, I get to be in the parade this way. She provided the costume. All we had to do was hold a sign and wear these cute outfits. So, you know, really, what more do you want? And you're just, you know, instantly involved in all of the fun things that Margaret is doing. And, you know, it's kind of amazing to me that we can have so much fun while at the same time, you know, sometimes talking about really, really serious stuff. But on the other hand, you know, also just talking about whatever. I've enjoyed it when I've been able to see you in Philadelphia. And you've also, just thinking back on that Dragon Con parade, you have enabled the expression of other people's creative talents. I remember that costume you had of the Truth Fairy, and somehow through a miracle of casting, you cast that really cute young bearded guy as the Truth Fairy.
Yes.
And he was a ham, and he was walking up and down the lines and interacting with the kids. And, you know, that just kind of gave him permission to do his thing, and it was just wonderful to see. And, you know, you make everything so much fun. And now, now that I know you are into swing dancing and that you are into board games, well, now I have even more things to look forward to when it comes to seeing you next time.
Well, Abby, I have so loved having you as my house guest. This is a picture I took of you in Newport Beach.
That's right, yes.
Yeah.
We went to that place that's like the tiny island, whatever it's called.
Lido Isle.
Yeah, right.
Yes. And we had so much fun trying on wigs and
I went to go hat shopping with you, by the way. If I had known, had known that this was going to be a hat party, I would have gotten several out. But anyway, another thing to do sometime.
Right, right. And Abby is so brilliant. She has, how many books have you written, Abby?
2. I published one just last November, but of course it was before the holidays and people were doing other things. And then I did manage to talk at the American Humanist Association in DC on Darwin's birthday, and was about to really get going with, you know, publicizing the book and giving talks and everything. And of course, then we shut everything. So we had other things.
You were a speaker at Logical.
That's right, yes.
And John Delancey came to Logical specifically to hear you speak because he was working on an evolution cartoon that we hope will be produced and distributed by Disney, if that ever happens. John was supposed to be here. I think he just was, you know, he's a busy man. So
I saw him, though I didn't interact.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, he's really into this learning through art and learning through the information that you had in your book. He wanted to incorporate that into the Disney cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
You know, let's hope he gets through with that and gets the funding he needs. And he's got the energy to do it and the name to do it. So we look forward to that type of production with your name as a credit for the information that you provided in your book, your books.
It's more than just in my book. We have exchanged numerous emails and other matters just so that he tells me what it is that he needs and then I try and find it.
Yeah.
So as I said, we've been doing a lot together. The problem is, as you said, he's very busy and, you know, he's got to work like the rest of us. And so it's a labor of love for him as well as for me.
Yeah, yeah. Is that your kitty cat?
This is Arturo here, yes.
Arturo, you need to come to the secular Day of the Dead.
Okay, and he's a black cat, you'll notice. So.
I love it. I love it. So was he named after a relative or something?
No, actually, there was another cat I admired named Arturo, so he was kind of named in honor of that cat. Not really after, but in honor of.
Well, you know, at most of this Friday the 13th events, we have the SPCA in, and we put up an adoption of black cats at the event.
Perfect. That's really Perfect, because yeah, black cats are at a disadvantage when it
Yes.
comes to being adopted.
Right, right.
To get a better cat.
Exactly. Thank you for being here, Abby. And thanks for being my friend.
Thank you, Abby.
Thanks for doing this. As I said, this has been a fun party to attend. And again, you know, during these times as much as any other, being able to have fun is an important thing. So thank you for being such a fun presence.
Thank you.
I'm going to mute myself so other people can talk.
All right. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Abby. Up next, we've got Mike Reed. I will spotlight you. He wanted to jump in.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Margaret. I just want to say happy birthday. And you and I have known each other a long time, but I can't actually remember when we first met. Must have been like 15 years ago or so. But you've been an inspiration to the whole secular community. And you came and spoke at WASH events numerous times. Those of you who don't know, WASH is the Washington Secular Humanists. It's one of the major secular organizations in the Mid-Atlantic area. And Margaret has been a friend to us all along. I remember during the AHA conference in New Orleans, we went and took a walk around some of the back neighborhoods in New Orleans together. That was kind of fun. And anyway, Margaret, I just say you're amazing. I admire you immensely. I'm glad to know you. And thank you for all this. Oh, wow. Yep, that was from New Orleans, I think, wasn't it?
No, that was actually a WASH conference that was held.
Oh, that was 2015. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that was the 2015 WashCon. Yes, in Lynchburg.
And you honored me to be the host of the conference. I had so much fun. I got everyone up dancing. Remember that?
You did. And yes, Margaret keynoted for us and was our MC and host, introduced those speakers. And she came down to Lynchburg for us for our conference. This was 5 years ago, 2015. And I just want to say thank you, Mark, for all you've done for the secular community. And I'm really delighted and honored to know you and have you as my friend. And I hope to see you again one of these days soon as the Corona thing lets us travel again.
Yes. Thank you for coming, Mike. Great to see you.
Thank you. And happy birthday, Margaret. You don't look anywhere close to your age, so happy birthday.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Glenn, please hold real quick. Stephen needs to leave, and I promise Stephen we'll get him in here real quick so he can go. Stephen, I'm sorry, are you Stephen or Stephen 32G iPhone? There's two Stevens in here. The Stephen that wants to talk, are you just Stephen or Stephen 32G iPhone?
I am just Stephen.
Just Stephen. Okay, thank you. Here we go. Thank you.
Hi, Margaret.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good. Nice to see you.
Thanks, you too. I wish I could have stayed, come in earlier and stayed longer, but no, real life gets in the way. I'm so glad that I met you in that Kinko's in that 1 year. I think it was 2009, maybe?
Yeah.
2008 or 2009. I sent a picture to Michael Martin of you, me, and Tom a couple years later than that. Are you able to put that up, Michael?
Is this the Stephen DragonCon photo?
Yeah.
Let me open that right now. Go ahead and keep chatting. It'll just take a couple seconds.
So yeah, she was working on her speech or her presentation in the skeptics track for that night, and I struck up a conversation with her, and she struck me as just such a warm, genuine person that I just couldn't help but befriend her and she me and help her out in all of her activities there at DragonCon. So,
well, actually, Stephen, that was the worst speech I ever gave in my entire life.
Is this the photo?
No.
That's not the photo. All right, let's stop that photo then. Somebody sent that earlier then. There was a lot in the chat. If anybody sent me anything in the chat that I missed, I apologize because there was a lot to go through.
It's the most recent one in the chat.
Okay, let's see. Open file.
It's labeled DragonCon 2012.
There we go. There we go. Yes. All right. Let me hit the share screen so we can all take a look.
Yeah.
That speech that I gave at DragonCon that I was preparing for was delivered at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And everybody was half asleep or drunk.
Yeah. or both, yeah. And I remember you were speaking, and you managed to corral Tom into being your teleprompter for you to,
Right,
to run the laptop.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
And so
you're
that
always
was
a lot of fun at the Dragon Con parade. I didn't know you were going to be here, so I didn't have any pictures called up, but you make the best Galileo I have
thank you.
ever seen in my life.
Thank
Your
you.
outfit is perfect. Your beard is perfect. The children love you, and it's so cool when you have that telescope and you're checking everybody out on the parade line.
Yeah. Yeah, you actually loaned me your telescope one year, and then I got such good response from it, I went and bought my own.
Yeah, that was great. That
Yeah.
was great. Well,
So
you're
it's
such
been
a blast to be with at Dragon Con.
yeah, same to you and all your friends. Yeah.
And your
Yeah.
birthday always happens around Dragon Con.
It does. It's in a couple of days actually. It's yeah, it's the middle of August.
Right.
So it's not too long after yours.
So happy birthday.
Thank you, and happy birthday to you too.
Thank you.
Yep. Hope to see you at Dragon Con next year, at least.
2021.
Yep.
Stephen, thank you. Thank you for
I have
sharing.
to
I
go.
appreciate it.
So.
Thanks for your patience.
Bye, Stephen.
Bye.
We are getting around to everybody. All right, up next, we've got Glenn. Glenn, if you're ready to unmute, I will spotlight you. Oh, you need to unmute. Maybe hit your space bar. Glenn, can you unmute yourself? There you go.
Okay, did I unmute? Okay, I unmuted myself. So, yeah, not the best with technology. Anyway, Margaret, happy birthday.
Thank you.
This is so exciting. What a wonderful event. It's nice of you to have your 70th birthday. I usually wouldn't say during COVID, but there is the advantage that we get to see so many people from all over the country and hear so many stories and find out more about you than we knew before, I think, for all of us. So thank you so much. I guess I met Margaret the first time, it was about 15 years ago when I kind of sheepishly went down to the basement of Ludington Library for a small Freethought Society of Greater Philadelphia meeting. And it was kind of at the beginning of my adventure journey towards atheism. And Margaret was so welcoming and kind, and she just charmed the pants off of me. And so I ended up becoming more and more active in the organization, and it's just been a terrific ride all the way through, thanks to Margaret. And she's a great inspiration, as everyone said. I don't know where she gets the energy. I'd just like to, okay, I have one story to share about Margaret, and it's not even my story. I wasn't even there, but I love the story, so I was hoping just Margaret can correct me if I get it incorrect. The story that I like from Margaret is that she was going to, she was standing in line with a certain Pennsylvania senator, there were people greeting him from different organizations, and this senator came up to Margaret, and Margaret extended her hand, he extended, and he said, Margaret said, I represent the fastest growing group of constituents in your state. And he said, oh, how delightful, tell me about it. And she said, I represent the atheist community. And then he withdrew his hand really quickly and walked away. So after that, Margaret gave him the name of Prick Santorum, which I think was very appropriate. So let's see, I'd just like to share a couple of pictures. Been fortunate to call Margaret a friend, and she and her family seem like part of our family too. It's a wonderful thing. So this is from about 2007. This is like old tech. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, that was when Margaret was in charge of the Atheist Alliance International and did an amazing job on that. Just a couple of other pictures, kind of like ones that you've seen before. Here we go. There's Margaret and our daughter. Oh, it is kind of backwards. Oh well. Okay. And I like this picture of Margaret and Tom celebrating something. I don't remember what it was.
That was Yuval's 50th.
That's right. That's right. Here was Margaret at our daughter Eve's secular bat mitzvah. And at one of the many opportunities for giving out pamphlets about all kinds of things related to free thought and atheism. I wonder why that's backwards. It doesn't look backwards to me.
No, it's worked well.
Okay. And Margaret was the officiant at the wedding of my brother and sister-in-law. And it was a beautiful ceremony. She did such a terrific job on that, of course. Let's see, not too many more, just about done. So once again, and this is a great one from a birthday past, not too many years ago, but this was fun. So there's Margaret and Cameron and Tom. And finally, another one from more recently. So this is just the last convention that I was with Margaret, and hopefully we'll have more conventions coming up once we get a vaccine and once the scientists do what they can do to get us past the COVID stuff. So anyway, Margaret, thank you so much for being an inspiration to me and my family, and wow, that's all I can say. Thank you. Be well.
Well, I'm sharing a picture myself, and that's a picture of you dressed in the Reason University Center. You were so adorable. We went
that was fun.
Yeah, we went to the Center for Inquiry's 1950s dance, and I had this bright idea that all of us would be from the University of Reason. And we had banners and matching costumes, and Marjorie even did an alma mater song. Marjorie, are you still with us? I think she had to go to a family thing, but that was so much fun. And I just want to say that this picture means a lot to me because this whole family has become my extended family, and I love every single family member, Glenn, Eve, Yuval, and Noah, and I couldn't ask for a more beautiful, loving, extended family. And I'm so grateful, Glenn, that you're my vice president of the Freethought Society.
Right. Here, I have to have a plug, of course. There we go. See that? Yes, wearing the shirt.
So thanks for being.
Yeah, thank you, Margaret. Happy birthday again.
Love you.
Thank you, Glenn. Thank you for sharing. Let's see, Evan Clark. We've got Evan. If you're ready to go, I will spotlight you.
Hey, Evan.
Hey, Margaret. How you doing?
Fine.
Thank you for your patience, Evan. I know Evan has been waiting a while. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, all good. I don't have 40 years of experience with you like some of the people that have been on this call, but I just want to quickly mention how much I appreciate your support and loyalty for those you care about in this movement. I definitely felt that this past year. And also, I think there's kind of a meta conversation people that need to have more about social movements and how they evolve and how different leaders step up in different eras. And as one of the younger leaders who really came from the Secular Student Alliance and the Secular Student Movement, and kind of this era of people now stepping into leadership in different organizations, I just think there needs to be more attention and time focused on people like you who are the giant shoulders we're standing on. So I just want to say, I especially appreciate you and Bobby, and I know Fred was on the call earlier, and some of these people who have put in decades on decades of time and energy that will never truly be thanked. I mean, I know you got a lot of praise today. This is definitely now how I want my 70th birthday, but I don't think it will ever truly capture the amount of praise that's needed for the people who sacrifice elements of their life to build a social movement. So people like I can even have a chance at taking a stab at running the next generation of it. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and hope to keep working with you for another few decades.
Evan, I am such a fan of yours that I feel like I should be praising you. You can see on the screen Evan speaking to a group of Southern California leaders. He is so dynamic and so wonderful. When I see Evan, when I'm with Evan, when I talk to Evan, when I communicate with Evan, I feel like we have the future in front of us, that we are in good hands with Evan Clark. I don't ever want to lose Evan, and I'll do anything I can to keep you interested in this movement. And it can be really difficult, Evan. It can be very traumatic. Even your fellow non-theist could turn their back on you at any moment. Call me anytime you need inspiration, encouragement. I adore you. I think you are our future, and I hope you'll be with us. I'm crazy about you. And I really think that all my work goes on to be carried on by people like you. So thank you for being my friend and for helping the movement go forward.
Thank you.
All right. Well, up next we have got, let's see. How you doing, Margaret? You enjoying yourself?
Well, Evan made me cry.
Should we invite him next year?
Well, I just see so much hope with Evan.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
It just really makes me appreciate that the younger generation has, we've paved the road for them. And I hope he just keeps walking down that road.
I agree. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And let's see, Neil. Neil is our next chatter here. So let's spotlight.
I have the unfortunate task of going behind Evan, and right now having no one behind me. So I'm certainly hope I'm not the one that has to close this out. Someone else jump on this. But Margaret, happy birthday. Happy 70th birthday. So brave of you to put an actual number on it. I know I wouldn't have the courage to do so, but given the fact I look back at these photos that I have of you, and I've known you now for 15 years, and I don't think you've aged a day since 2005. So I guess you can embrace that number a little bit more than others. But happy birthday! So glad to have you around. You know, when I was looking at these photos, I actually found the first one I have of you. It's 2005 at the AAI conference.
Oh my goodness!
During Richard, I put it in the chat. Maybe I can share screen here.
Well, I hope so.
Someone might be able to. I didn't even know you at the time. I think we chatted briefly that evening at Richard's birthday thing. By the next year in Kansas City, you were hard on me trying to get me to turn in my Eagle badge and mail that in. By 2007, I was speaking at your Crystal Clear Atheism conference. And right, I've been hooked ever since. So what you've done for the movement, both in encouraging and grabbing young people, but also just always having something going on, a consistent force over the last 15 years is really just amazing. So let me see. I don't know if, Michael, I can try and, how do I try and share screen or no?
Want to share screen?
I can try. I can show some old photos because I'm afraid what Margaret has for me, so I can preempt.
Okay, so have you done this before? Because what you need to do is make sure that the very last window that you pull up before Zoom is the photo you want to show, and then go to your Zoom, hit share screen there.
All right, I just wanted to make sure it was actually letting me do so.
Oh, I see it.
So here is that very first one sitting next to Chris Lindstrom. So
yeah.
I didn't know either of you at the time, though obviously both of you had huge effects on me.
Yeah.
And whether it be from that conference or, there's some of the 2007 one. Of course, you officiated my wedding and so many times since.
And his wedding was on
really
Nightline.
a pleasure knowing you the whole time.
His wedding was actually on Nightline. Remember that?
Oh, that's now 9 years ago.
Yeah.
But cheers, happy birthday, and please someone else follow me so I don't have to be the last one.
Thank you, Neil.
Thank you, Neil. All right. Well, I think we've gone through all the videos, so it's kind of a free-for-all at this point. Have we gone beyond? I've forgotten the time conversion in my head right now. It's 3:45 here on the Pacific, on the West Coast.
Almost 7 o'clock here, so we should say goodbye. And if there isn't anyone that wants to speak, maybe I'll just close it out with a few thank yous.
Perfect. Yes, you are spotlighted right now, so you have the floor, birthday girl. Go ahead.
Well, I plan to thank everyone individually for participating in the birthday party, marking my 70th time around the sun. I'm going to be sending each and every one of you a personal email next week. You all mean so much to me, so that this general thank you just isn't enough. I originally thought that I would be spending the day alone because my grandson Cameron and Tom were scheduled to be on their way to Roanoke College. And this is the main reason that I wanted a party of some sort, and the Zoom idea was developed by Heidi and Michael. And I want to thank Michael Stephen Martin and Heidi Ickes for putting all of this together and making everything flow so well. Michael, I adore you. You are such a wonderful person to work with. I'll be sending you an email too.
Thank you, Margaret.
I was so happy when we discovered that Cameron and Tom would not be traveling to Roanoke after all, and spending the afternoon with all of you has been a great joy. I've always said that birthdays are the perfect occasion to reflect on one's life and to make plans for the future. Since our legacy is the only afterlife we know, you have all made me realize that I have something to be proud of, and I'm inspired to continue working for social justice, lobbying, and putting on more unique and unusual events. Sharing memories and telling stories and having a good laugh helped me know that my life has been terrific so far, and all of you gave me the courage to keep going against all odds. And I hope that in the next 10 or 20 years, I will witness the end of prejudices, the acceptance of non-theism, an appreciation of our secular constitution, maybe the production of my own one-woman show about the Ingersolls, and maybe a Thomas Paine statue. I'm hoping that I'll have the publication of my Thomas Paine coloring book for children. But most importantly, all of you, I hope to see at my 90th birthday celebration. Thank you all for the wonderful support you provided to me and the Freethought Society. And I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret. Happy birthday. It was a pleasure to work with you. I enjoyed doing this, co-hosting with you today. And it was, thank you for including me. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
And
Goodbye,
Heidi, thank you for your help too as well. And Glenn, I see Glenn has a hand raised. Is there a question?
Well, actually, let's see. Do I unmute? I'm not muted. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I was showing those pictures. There was one that I left for the end, and I forgot to put it up there. So I want to show this one because I think it's my favorite. There's Margaret. What was it? 2007. And I mean, it's just perfect because look, on my screen it's backwards, but it shows Margaret with the scales of justice. Okay, they're tipped, Will. We have Trump in the White House, so they're tipped right now. But and she's holding the sword of reason and science. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. So thank you, Margaret, for using that sword for good and helping us all out. So Yeah, thank you. This is great. Thanks, Margaret.
It's a great photo.
Thank you, Glenn. I didn't even know that photo existed.
I can send you the original if you like.
Oh, please. Thank you so much. Goodbye, everybody.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. Happy birthday, Margaret. I'll talk to you soon.
It was the
Bye,
most
Tom.
perfect birthday. I'm going to probably tell people when they arrange my funeral to just play this.
It's recorded.
Was someone recording?
I'll get it to you on a flash drive ASAP.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Margaret.
Bye.
Bye. Happy birthday.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.